All right, everybody, it is the Drinking with Drew show. We are live. We have a few special guests in the studio tonight. We have Jason Stallworth, Metal Mastermind, Overcometh, and Metal Masterpiece. We have Doug Lee of Siren, the vocalist of Siren, the Tampa metal band. Huge history there. We're going to talk to Doug. And we have the Sexy Kasey, who made an appearance. Wow, she's in studio. So we're going to get right to it. Yep, I know. We're going to get right to it. I don't know. Should we do that over?
I don't know because I was texting Casey. We're all on mute, so we have nothing to say.
I know, but I'm going to start it over. Because I like that. Yeah, well, it's kind of new. Did you hear the official?
Typically, we don't hear the music. So.
Right, that's why I changed it. So I want you guys to hear the music, but
you know, you're showing everybody just your screens.
I know. There you go. This is the edited version.
From the CatsFlorida.com studios in Riverview, Florida, it's the Drinking with Drew show. Y'all better listen up now.
I don't know what we're yelling about! Sounds like you have mental problems, man.
Well, I guess it's time to switch it up a bit.
Okay, now you see the difference? Anywho. No, I was just fucking around. It was nothing like, it's not permanent, but I fucked it up. So anywho, we're going to go off mute. Everybody is officially off mute.
Testes.
Welcome to the show. Laura, you can officially operate the cameras.
Thank you, sir. I so much enjoy my job.
Let's wave at the at our guest that we didn't get to say hello to earlier.
Okay, who are we starting with?
We're going to start with Jason. What's up, Jason?
Hello,
What's
sir.
up, dude? That's
Okay.
a high salary job, probably.
I know.
Right? Like,
She's
man.
getting paid a lot.
Yeah.
It's a slave trade.
Okay. We have Doug Lee in studio. What's up, Doug?
Hola.
And then we have Casey. See,
Are you being trafficked, Laura? Do I need to make a phone call?
Yes, please.
yeah, man,
She needs to know the hand signals.
Casey, your
Yes.
camera is bright.
I'm.
That's why I said she's bright.
Well,
That's why I said zoom in and or do something.
all
But
right.
she's just a ray of sunshine over there.
I know. Anywho, so we had some meatballs and some salmon. Jason got a special present by Pajama Joe. Joe, talk about your creation.
I don't know if I'm here because I wasn't announced earlier.
Oh, there's Joe. There's Pajama Joe.
Neither
Sorry.
was Lusty Laura either.
Oh, sorry. Lusty Laura, here we go.
We are just
You guys
so
are the
much a
norms.
part
You
of
guys-
the show that we don't even get
Yeah,
special
I'm
introductions.
just part of the
anymore.
furniture.
You
You
guys-
should feel grateful, Joe.
I'm just part of the furniture.
Yep,
You guys should feel special.
Yeah, we talk about you behind your back.
we do.
Well, he's just jealous of your dickhead.
Wow. It might be.
It's a head dick, not a dickhead.
Okay. So, Joe, you've been slaving on this thing for how long?
It took a good couple of months. We used.
It's been longer than that.
Well, I mean, it sat around for a while in between, you know. So, if you guys don't know, we're live right now, so you can't see it. But in the edited version, there's going to be a picture of it right here.
Possibly. Possibly.
I can show it on my
Show
phone.
Jason. Show Jason. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
There it is.
yeah, I mean, it's a very awesome
Custom made
table.
desk for Jason's studio
Thank you, dude.
Yeah.
with his name written in Thai, inlaid into the wood itself.
Jason loves wood,
Yep.
so it's perfect.
So he asked for a custom table for his studio, and that's what he got.
Yeah.
And,
we were just talking about it one day. I didn't really think you were going to make it. I didn't
Well,
expect that, you know.
I always deliver.
You do deliver, Joe.
I always deliver the wood. So it did take a couple of months. You know, we used pieces of pallets and leftover wood that I had in my garage. Some of the pallets actually came from Drew and Laura when they had their back patio put in.
So So
grabbed those
Jason
pallets.
has some of my wood.
Some of your
Yeah,
leftover
some
wood. Yep.
Drew wood, some Joe wood.
Yep. And then
Perfect.
it all went through a planer. It all got cut to size. It got sanded. It got glued together. It got grinded down with some grinders with a router to carve out your name. And then you got some epoxy resin in there. And then it's got 5 coats of spray lacquer to give it a nice protection on it. Not shiny, but enough to protect it.
With
You know?
wood, you need protection, though,
Yeah.
so that makes sense.
Yeah. The only thing I didn't make was the legs.
Oh, that's right, yeah.
Oh yeah, you
I
ordered.
bought those.
I know I owe you for that, too, so.
We'll worry about that later.
Sex trade, huh?
Yeah.
All right, Doug Lee, what have you been up to?
I've been practicing acoustic guitar.
That's right, you've got a show coming up.
Got a show coming up at Bootleggers Brewing
What day is it
on
again?
the 12th
Let
of
everyone know.
July.
July
It's
12th,
on a Friday night.
Friday night.
The weekend after the 4th of July weekend.
Okay.
Hopefully you can make it.
Yeah, that's gonna be a tough one.
It's going to be fun.
I'm having my surgery
He
July
may still
8th,
be in the hospital.
Oh, wow.
so yeah. And so that will be the deciding factor on if I can walk.
Or if
So
you're
we'll
out
see.
of the hospital.
Yeah. Or if I'm alive, who knows? Weirder things have happened. Kasey, welcome.
Back.
What have you been up to? You've been gone for like a year.
Oh, come on now.
It's been a little bit.
I mean, I know my effervescent personality makes it feel like a year when it's been 5 minutes, but oh, the same old lobbying for children's rights.
Okay. Been
Look
up
at-
in Tallahassee?
Look at your camera. Don't look at him.
She can
But
look
it's
at
so
me.
beautiful.
She can look at
Right?
me. I mean, I
Do
don't.
you see the phallic motions he's making?
Yeah.
I'm sorry,
no.
I can't look away.
It's
I'm
tough
sorry,
to.
camera.
So, Jason, you grabbed a beer that we're going to try tonight. What are we doing?
Yes, dude. So, I'd never seen this before. Of course, it's an IPA, an IPA. It's by 1300 Mile Brewing. They're based out of Ybor City. I've never heard of them before. I bought it because there's a cute little frog playing guitar,
I noticed that.
which I like both. So I'm like, well, I got to have this. It's actually, it looks like it's brewed at Brew Hub, that big place in Lakeland. I guess they brew a lot of beers. So
Right.
if we ever wanted like a drinking with Drew beer, we
They could do
probably,
it.
yeah, Brew Hub would probably be the place. Maybe Bootleggers. I know we're getting off topic here, but I mean, I think we do need a drinking with Drew beer.
I've heard it's very expensive.
Well, we'll get the fans to fund it. You know,
Okay.
we'll have a
Crowdfunding.
yeah.
Yeah,
crowdfunding.
speaking of which,
Make a Kickstarter?
You know, I've been slacking, but I mean, if anybody does feel like donating to the Drinking with Drew show, you can Cash App us at the Drinking with Drew. That's the Cash App sign. I guess it's a $sign and then Drinking with Drew. And you can send me a little donation to help pay for our studio,
or a big donation.
or a big donation, whatever you want. You know, we won't turn anything away.
Right.
The only thing you cannot do is send me a request for money, because people do that shit. You'll put your Cash App out there, and it's on my Twitter. It's on my Twitter feed and my profile, and people will send you a request for money.
Oh yeah.
And if you're not paying attention, you click that OK button. See you later. So
Good to know.
yeah.
I
Right?
didn't even know that was a
Yeah.
thing.
I did not either.
When you give
I
your
gotta
Cash
try
App account number or your name out, it's a name. They can send you a request for money as well.
Send it to the Drew Show.
Yeah. Y'all get your microphones up on you because I'm getting like a little bit of a
Check.
yeah.
Check, check,
Act
check.
like you're giving it some oral.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Check.
The oral mic.
Yeah. So
We all got to step it up because Garby's not here.
that's true. So Laura, do you want to go over your rant today, or what do you?
I mean, is that Pickles hollering in the
Yeah.
hallway?
Yeah.
Okay.
She's probably eating everything off the table right now too.
Pickles.
She gonna hunt the shits.
Mm-hmm.
Great. Yeah, I'll go over my rant. I'll make it quick.
Okay.
Because it was, yeah. My rant is when people don't have a sense of urgency in the workplace when it calls for it.
Thank you.
Oh my God, it drives me fucking crazy. So this type of thing that happened today happened previously. And our computer guys were like, it's a good thing you caught it when you did, because we were able to like retrieve your files and whatever else. And so we're thinking that the same thing starts happening today. Because before it was like probably like 7-8 months ago, and it was by a new person who kind of like hit the wrong buttons. So today we thought the same thing was happening, and the person who was like supposed to be calling the computer people and like getting this fixed was just very like, la-di-da, like no stress about it. And I'm sitting there like all my files are disappearing. And I'm thinking, well, I can't work the rest of the day. And I was kind of stressing out. And yeah, it's annoying when people don't feel the same sense of urgency or the same stress level as you, when it could really cause a lot of problems. And even getting it fixed caused a problem. So tomorrow we'll continue on
Well,
with
Jason doesn't
getting it
have
fixed.
coworkers, so he doesn't know what that's like.
Right. Well, he did. He worked corporate for a long time.
I did, yes.
Yeah.
So yeah.
So it was an emergency, and the other person did not feel that it was an emergency.
No.
Okay.
No.
Did I hear a kitty cat meowing?
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh,
and
yeah.
I don't know whose mic is like.
That's Pickles.
No, there's a microphone that's giving out a lot of background noise, and I can't figure out whose
Why don't you
it
mute
is.
them one at a time?
Well, because y'all are talking, I don't want to fuck somebody up when they're talking. Oop, there it is.
Who was that?
Who is
Casey?
that?
Joe?
Whose
I think
mic
it's
was
Joe.
it? Was it
Joe?
Joe? Joe's mic?
Uh-oh, Joe.
Joe, is that your mic?
I don't know. How can I tell?
Okay, well, we're gonna try it.
Go
I
ahead.
think Joe has a sensitive mic, you know.
Yep, that is Joe.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, we're gonna have to turn Joe down a smidge.
Very sensitive.
That means you got to
Smooth,
talk
yeah.
right into it, Joe.
We're just gonna have to get another 7 MB
I'm
because
sensitive.
Yeah.
that fucking
That
microphone,
would
man,
kill it.
it's just a different.
Sensitive.
That's a condenser mic, I think. So
Yeah.
it's picking up everything.
Yeah. We don't like picking up everything. We're selective on who and what we pick up.
Is that where the cats were coming from?
Yeah.
Probably.
Joe's
kitty
butt.
Cats, yeah.
They're coming out of Joe's butt.
I thought there were ghost cats because I'm like, well, there's no kitty cats in here. So I thought
Well,
maybe it was a
there are
ghost.
definitely ghosts in here.
I heard
I know.
people too.
So I was playing in here, Jason. I've been playing the set
Good, dude.
quite
good,
a bit. I'm ready to play out again, bro. I've got it. There's one little part I need to get with you on that I'm scratching my head on. I don't know why, but this part always bothers me. Anyways, so when I'm practicing, and my brother's urn is sitting on the console there on the table, should I face him or not? Like I feel like,
No.
Give yourself an audience. Face him.
or should I bring my mom in? I'm playing for an audience, or should I just not concern myself with it?
I think you should.
You could bring
Yeah, I
in
don't-
all your little Funko Pops.
I wouldn't.
Bring them all in.
I wouldn't do that because they're where they're at. So if you feel something coming from those urns, that's something else that's coming through.
I don't think he said he felt anything from
It's
them,
another
did he?
entity.
Okay.
You know.
All right.
Does that make sense though?
I guess, but I mean, this sounds bad, but I was playing in here for the last 6, 7, 8 months, however long it's been since August, and I just turned around playing the other night, and I saw the urn, and I'm like, it kind of hit me like, do I think my brother's like listening or watching or
Yes, so is your mom.
entertained by it? So I don't know. Like I it's weird. Like I was like, maybe I should take it out.
I mean, if you think it's helping,
It hit me like out of nowhere. I was like, do I now have an audience that I have to think about? Like before, I was like, before I was just playing, just like, now when I fuck up, I'm like, damn, somebody saw me fuck up.
somebody's like, yeah.
If that's the way you feel, then you have to realize the other things you did in the studio when the rest of us weren't here.
That's true.
Yeah.
Then were they watching then too?
They saw that.
Turn that part. Well, that's why when people you talk about somebody passing away, and they're like, she's watching over you. She's watching you every day. I'm like, I only want her to watch me like 7 hours a day. Like,
Yeah,
we
just
don't
a little
need
bit.
her to watch like all day.
When he's not giving a zugga zugga zugga.
Right. Yeah.
Hit wrestling the ball-headed champ,
Exactly. So they don't need to be watching all the time. There's got to be something when you die that you limit what you're watching, right? Like you have that
think so. I
that
would-
ethical obligation to give people their space.
I mean,
I
if
would
you're
think
if
so,
you're
yeah.
dead and you can see what other people are doing at that point, like there's some neighbors that I would like. Oh, she's hot. When I'm dead, I want to watch her.
Joe's just like, can I float through this wall?
Exactly.
Well, I guess it all depends on if you believe you are kind of locked either where you died or where your remains are. Because if that's the case, then you can't go to your neighbor's house
I
and be
think that
peeping on them.
the spirits may be able
fuckers.
to revisit at times, but can they actually see everything that we're doing? I don't know. I mean, not like I know, but I don't think that they can.
Yeah.
I think you should
You
write a
know.
song about it.
I had an
so.
interaction with a ghost when I was 16.
Yeah.
We
Okay.
lived on Fort Leavenworth, and a lot of Civil War activity had gone through there, and they put the officers in the barracks, kind of retrofitted them into essentially like apartments. And when we first were moving in, scissors kept vanishing. You'd use a pair of scissors, open a box, put them down right next to you, they'd be gone. You'd go through 5-6 pairs of scissors. Now I'm like
Now
in the
she's
dark.
yeah. She's in the dark tent now. She can't. Yeah.
I can either glow or oh, there we go.
That's better,
That
yeah.
one works.
They're called ND filters, people.
And so, weird stuff like that. And then stuff like my bed would vibrate at night.
Really?
Oh Jesus.
Spook
Did
the
you-
That's a
dog.
thing.
Did you put a quarter in?
And then the one day, all my clothing was pulled out of my closet, out of all my drawers. Blame
Yeah,
my
a horny
brother.
ghost.
Right?
Well,
Were your
we'll get
underwear
there.
missing?
We'll get there. And then it wasn't my brother. Then there was a ball of light that was hanging out on my wall, and it was moving around, and I couldn't make sense of it. So I called to my mom because she thought, dramatic teenager. All right, Mom, come in. Explain that. Oh, it's a shadow. My blinds were all pulled. So it starts kind of like dancing across the wall a little bit. Oh, see, it's definitely coming from outside. It's the wind's blowing. Then it dropped like 2 feet. She's like, I don't know. Let's just get out of here. But it even escalates beyond that. We had a trip to Ireland coming up, and my brother had misplaced his passport. And so we were just ripping through
Doug
the house.
Lee knows about
Yeah,
that.
Doug knows.
Ripping through the house, trying to find his passport. This trip is coming up on us fast. Nowhere to be found. Days of searching, nowhere to be found. And pretty much at the last minute before having to go to the passport agency to beg for a last minute one. And at this point, I'd been having these dreams about a young infantry officer who said his name was William. And so for shits and giggles, as we're going out to dinner that night, my mom goes, "Hey, William, if you know where the passport is, put it where we can see it." Out to dinner we go. Come back in my brother's bedroom on his bedside lamp, the passport sitting there, passport symbol just facing out of nowhere. So from that point on, anytime anything went missing or anything like that, you'd ask William and it would turn back up. And what was fascinating is that the fort was known for upteen amount of extra or paranormal activity, where they had a building called the Hive that literally nobody would stay in after dusk because such crazy stuff would happen. You would see grown ass, 250-pound bodybuilder army men fleeing out of this building at 5 o'clock at night because the sun was going down. And I was doing some volunteer work with OSHA at the time, and they had their storage facility down. We were working out of the old Civil War hospital. Their storage was down in the basement next to the old morgue, and they had the old morgue graded off, locked, multiple padlocks. Nobody would go in there. We were down there pulling pamphlets to drag up to distribute, and the girl that I was down there with went back up to the office 4 floors above to get something or another. And I'm sitting down there by myself doing it, minding my own business, and I hear water turn on. So I'm like, what the, I walk out, turn to the left. In the morgue, there's a sink that has turned itself on. And then I watch the sink turn itself off. And it was like, okay, I'm done being down here. Time to go back up. So it's, yeah.
Well, I grew up in a house full of stories. I could tell you so many, but I mean, Joe, where was your mind going with all that?
I have not had similar experiences. You're
Okay.
on your own there.
Joe just wants to be the creepy
Well,
perv ghost.
I heard when you were talking, you said a few words that, hive, was it? You said something that almost sounded like panties. So I know Joe was like probably off in a little, different area there.
I was just wondering if it was some like neighbor sneaking in her like bedroom window at night, like moving stuff around.
Doug, you have any experiences?
I do not.
No?
That was a very interesting story, though.
Mm-hmm.
No.
What about you?
Oh, I've had tons.
Seem to have
so
some.
the light story you're talking about, I have a very similar situation where I was probably, I don't know, 7, 9 years old. I don't know. I was a kid. And I was laying in bed and
Before or after your car accident?
I don't know, probably before. I'm guessing, but I was laying in my bed. I had a window right next to my bed, and same thing. The ball of light that I saw was very, very small, and it was literally just moving very slow. It came through the hallway, moved through my bedroom, and I'm like sitting there paralyzed looking at this thing, trying to figure out what the fuck it was. And before I could really get like, I know it's something and I see it, and it's not like, I'm not hallucinating. I'm just like looking at this thing. It goes out my window and outside and disappears, like just through the window. So I don't know. I mean, and it was probably, I'm guessing maybe 10 o'clock at night, could have been later, but yeah, I mean, I wish I could tell the family that lives in that house right now, because I want to buy that house. And I tried a few times to, when it went up for sale, to try to get interested. But last 2 times it has sold really quickly. And now it's owned by a couple that they do not speak English. And I knocked on the door trying to like say, hey, I was the kid that grew up in this house. Do you want to learn about this house? Can I show you some stuff about this? I was like really wanting to spend like some time with them to tell them about the house. Even one of my dogs, Killer, he's buried there in the front. But no, speak English. I was like, fuck!
And
They
you
totally speak English. They're just like, who is this weird
Probably.
guy knocking on my door?
Cracker.
Right.
Probably.
You had your
Exactly.
Morbid Angel shirt on. That's what
Probably.
it was, dude.
Yeah.
Should have got a haircut first.
Yeah, no, this was
And a job, right?
When did they buy that house? Maybe it was before COVID. I don't know. I mean, I don't know if I had long hair. I probably had longish hair, but I don't remember. Anywho.
I think it would be cool to buy the house that I grew up in too, but my mom sold it in 2004, I think. No, it was before that, like 2001 or 2, for like $115,000, and it's in like the nice South Tampa Plant High School district.
Okay.
And then a couple owners later, they enclosed the carport, so they added on some square footage. It's still only like 1,200 square feet, and it's now going for over $800,000.
Whew.
Wow.
Yep. Mm-hmm. So yeah, there's no way I'm buying that.
Nope.
Not currently. Maybe
Yeah,
one
no.
day.
But I did used to see my maternal grandfather in that house growing up, because he passed before I was born, and he actually built the house for my mom when she was pregnant with my oldest sister. And I always used to see this like male figure crossing like across the hallway, going from one bedroom to the next, and kind of like looking down the hallway into the living room where we all hung out for the most part. And when I was younger, I would always see this figure at night. And I told my mom, and she goes, yeah, I've seen it too. She's like, I think it's my dad. He's just checking in on us to make sure we're all okay.
Now,
I'm like, okay. I was never scared of it. It wasn't like a scary feeling or anything.
so what's the difference, do you think, between people who get those experiences and those who don't? Is it because the people who don't aren't like aware that they're happening? Like if something happened to you, Doug, do you think you would be like aware of it, or would
Oh,
you?
yeah.
Okay.
It's just not happening.
So would you just blow it off? Like, no, wait, this is.
Oh, I would be totally into it.
Okay. Joe,
But-
would you just blow it off, or would you be like,
I
I'm
don't
drunk?
know.
Just depends, huh?
Yeah,
I also
don't
think
know.
too that it happens a lot to children because they don't like when you as you
They're
grow up you're like,
innocent.
oh, there's
They're innocent.
right. But as you get old, oh, there's an explanation for that. Like what Casey's mom was doing. Oh, it's the light from the window outside. Trying to make an excuse for it. But when you're young, you accept it for what it is, and you don't try to say that it's something else. So you kind of lose your ability to see, if everyone even
Right.
has that, as you get older.
Could be.
Well,
Jason?
all those so-called psychics and everything claim that everybody has the innate abilities and they've just shut off to it.
Right.
So,
Well,
but it's probably also a proximity issue. Like, not everybody sees a rattlesnake in the wild
Yeah.
before they die. You just kind of luck of the draw. Are you in an area where the energy's right, or someone died, or something's attached to an object?
Well, if there's a ghost in my house, that bitch better be playing rent.
I think we're programmed.
I can't pay my bills. If he's hanging out there, you better chip in some utilities or something.
I think we're programmed from an early age not to be in tune with ourselves like that.
Yeah, I mean, I think when you're younger, you're
haven't
just
been.
you're able to
Programmed.
you're able to absorb a lot of energy that isn't physical.
But also, too, when you're young, you're made to think that ghosts are scary. So you try to shut that off. You don't want to see a ghost or experience that because
Well,
it's
but
scary,
we're
it's bad.
brainwashed to think a ghost wears a as Casper. I mean, there's so many different entities of energy, and I think that's what it is. It's energy. I think when we die, we kind of become energy of some sort, and that can be good, bad, neutral, whatever. But and I think you could change, your energy. But again, like me and Jason were talking about a while back, having your mind relaxed to where you're able to accept that information. Like I don't necessarily, I don't sit there and go out and meditate per se, but when I sleep, prior to sleeping, I clear my mind and I try to, it's more of a meditation at that point. And I think there's a lot that can be done with your mind when you put yourself in that state.
It's pronounced masturbation.
I was going to say that sounds like a BJ before bed, but okay.
That's true.
I think Joe might be right. So,
Well, the CIA has actually released notes and proof of remote viewing.
Oh, yeah,
where you
for
can
sure.
actually get on their website,
Yeah.
and it's all published.
I've
now.
definitely remote viewed several times. Me and Jason talked about this.
yeah, we talked about this.
I mean, remote viewing is a real thing. It definitely is doable. The problem is, as many times as I have completed a remote viewing, I have no idea what I'm looking at. Like, I can tell I'm looking at a family setting a table. I'm looking at a person sitting down in a chair. No idea where they're at, who they are. I can't make out anything about the shit on the walls or anything like that. I can just tell there's a figure moving. Like if I was remote viewing Doug stealing beer out of the fridge right now, I would be able to tell that somebody's in the fridge, but a figure, but I couldn't say it's Doug Lee or where they're at or what beer they're grabbing. It's not detailed like that. So
Well, why don't we do our froggy beer?
yeah, let's do the froggy beer.
Yeah, let's do that while we're out.
I have to steal it.
No, we'll have
No, we're
Jason
good.
pass it out.
Here, you grab the Ybor City.
There you go.
That's for Doug Lee.
Douglas.
This is for Joe.
People call me for customer service. They're like, Douglas? Is this Douglas? Like, yes, I'm Douglas, but that's not my name.
Douglas.
I don't have any dogs. I'm dogless.
I have a cat. Douglas.
All right, we're trying this.
Laura.
Yeah,
Just
we're
one
doing
for us.
one.
Yeah.
Oh, you sure?
Yeah.
Yeah.
She'll sip mine and
I
give
probably
it-
won't like
She'll
it.
give a very bad looking grimacy face and move on.
Wow. Thank you for that.
You will. It's every time you try a beer, you go.
Couldn't be. Use a funny face.
Let's-
Use a bad face.
It's a
see it.
grimacy face.
Let's see it.
Can we clip all of her facial expressions and
Yes,
put them as one
please.
short?
I want to see
That
the-
is why I purposely don't put the camera on me when I try it, because I know he'll do that. He has enough in the past. He just has to go in and find them all. Good luck with that.
All right, let me see what I'm doing here. All right,
Blah 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 blah.
we are ready.
Did it
Who's
break
starting
that
with
joint?
you?
Jason will give you the description. You
sip.
get the first sip and all that good stuff.
Yeah, dude.
Tell us about the beer. Where you got it in Ybor?
Yeah. Well, I got this at Publix actually on Kingsway.
Oh, okay.
Our Publix.
But it-
1,300 Mile Brewing. They say they're based out of Ybor City, Florida. I've never heard of this place before. And it's just India Pale Ale. Like they just have this cool looking frog with a guitar, but there's no like beer name. It's just India Pale Ale. So
Yeah, and you've never had this before.
Isn't that what IPA stands for?
Indian Pale
yeah.
Ale. Yeah,
no, I thought it stood for never had.
I
this
thought
before.
it. Yeah. All right, go for it,
Yeah,
Jason.
here we go, guys. Here we. It's everything you'd think an IPA is, which I like.
Okay.
I thought it was just a phase I was going through, Like I
Like
want long
dudes?
hair phase, that that too, Joe. I like dudes today, But no, I really.
Oh, you better clip the shit out of that.
But I love IPAs. IPA is not a phase. So
All right, Doug, give it a whirl.
Take a sippy.
Blah 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 blah.
I'm still trying to digest that whole interaction.
He went through a phase of dudes.
yeah. I thought Joe went through a phase of dudes. I didn't know.
Yes, it's very IPA-y.
Yep. Okay.
It's actually good.
Yeah.
That's good, dude. Yeah.
Casey.
I like it. It's not too overpowering.
I mean, should I just say it's very IPA without tasting it? Should-
No, got to give it a whirl. Go. Oh,
I don't think that counted.
Oh, it has a nice, light, brisk flavor. It's a good IPA.
Okay. Joseph,
Pretty tart.
I
Not
missed
bad.
it. Drink with the bubbles. Drink with the fucking bubbles. Your program. Drink with the bubbles.
What if Joe's drag name was Josephine?
I'm waiting for the bubbles to stop so I can stop drinking. Otherwise, I'll drink the whole can.
I did that.
Pretty good, actually.
All right.
Little tart.
You got a pretty good taste, didn't you?
Yeah, you did.
Yeah.
More than I'm gonna have.
Well, you got to hold the bubbles longer.
I mean, it's IPA. A little lighter than what I think most of them are. But what's the alcohol percentage?
7%.
Yeah.
Now Laura has to chug the rest of it.
Oh God, no.
Doesn't taste 7%.
There's not a lot for
No.
Casey to read on the can.
No,
You would
very
think it was like
disappointing.
I know.
6.2
Is that a
or
good enough
something.
face? for
Maybe.
you?
That wasn't good enough.
I mean, about the only thing that can be read is 1,300
That's the
miles.
face.
Did
That's
we,
the
did we
face.
get the face?
That's the
Oh
face.
no!
That's the face.
That's what Candy sounds like when she tries one of my beers. She's like, no.
delicious. Oh God.
Now you got a 6-pack?
I did get a 6-pack, yeah. So there's one more for Laura.
You can have mine.
All right.
It's like stuck in my mouth.
Really?
That's how it works.
Drew's gonna sleep good tonight.
Here, this will go to your first story.
To her.
Oh, she just hawked Dewey.
I did. That's for your
I mean,
story.
I mean, that reminds me of the chat that my God, what was she at the time? About 80, maybe late 70s.
Betty White?
My then mother-in-law, when I first got married to my ex-husband, sat me down and wanted to give me advice on making sure he was happy.
Oh.
Oh God.
So yes, there was
For-
this
for
little
her-
like
for her son?
5'0" woman with very short hair, kind of masculine looking, telling me about how she would greet her husband with a blowjob every time he came home.
Really?
And that if I found the taste objectionable, I could spit it in a tissue.
Is she still alive?
She would probably pop out her teeth, Joe.
Does she need a room?
Buderbang, Joe.
I mean, that's a gummy
Right.
right there.
Right. Man. Okay. Doug.
Win-win.
Yeah.
A
Doug.
gummy's still a gummy.
Doug, what's Siren up to these days? What do you guys got planned?
I don't know. I hope we play somewhere soon.
Yeah. No. Are you going out to Germany again?
Well, we
That'd be exciting.
have some festivals in America, hopefully next year.
Okay.
That'll be fun.
America.
You don't have to worry about your
America.
passport.
America.
Merker.
I wouldn't mind going back to Europe.
Yeah. With your passport this time.
No, I think I'll leave it here.
So for those of you who don't know, do you want to tell the story?
No.
Oh, okay.
That was a great part of the movie, though.
It was
dude.
like
Yeah,
added to the suspense.
it did.
Is Doug Lee going to be able to go?
I watch these shows on YouTube all the time where the cops come up and the people are like, I don't have to show you my ID.
Well,
Can't do that with a passport. I don't have to show you my passport. You don't have to go anywhere either.
right.
You could stay here.
Yep. That was in Europe, right?
It was in Germany.
Germany, yeah.
In Frank's driveway.
Frank had a bang.
It's so funny. Now, what's the deal? He is officially signed Nasty Savage.
He has.
Okay, and they've got a new album coming out. Should be what, in a couple months?
Yeah, I think so. Sounds pretty good. Have you heard it?
I've heard a smidge. Nothing that I'm going to say. I mean, what I heard I like, but it wasn't enough to be like, oh. But a lot of new people in Nasty Savage. I don't know who's writing what. So that's kind of
That's a good question. I don't know that either, but
my head when I think of Nasty Savage, and this is no burn on Nasty Savage, with the new writers per se, but Nasty Savage, Ben Myers, Dave Austin, writing music. The new guys, I'm sure they're going to do awesome with writing music, but is it going to sound like Nasty Savage? So that is the question. We'll have Nasty Ronnie on it with the vocals. I know Jim Coker is an awesome drummer, so I'm not, no concern about that, but I'm just concerned about the writing and what it's going to sound like. Do those guys playing in the band have Nasty? I'm sure they do, but do they have the Nasty Savage history and mindset to write Nasty Savage music? If that makes sense.
that makes perfect sense.
So,
But I mean, this is going to be up to everybody that listens, how they interpret that, you know.
But also too for the newer crowds, like the new people that haven't heard their old stuff, they'll probably enjoy the new stuff, whether it's the same or not. So
Well, I'm sure I will enjoy it.
Right. I mean, it depends on what level of
Right.
savage you're into, you know.
Yeah. I mean, I'm sure it's gonna be an awesome album
Oh yeah.
either way, but we'll see. I'm leaving my mind open. I'm sure I'm gonna love it, but I have been listening to Nasty Savage since I was fucking 15 years old, so I'm just a little concerned about, hey, this is their latest album with all new members.
I still remember the time that Ronnie called in the show. Remember that?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
That was funny.
that's where you got your meatball dish from.
Yes,
Oh,
I
that's
did.
right,
Yeah.
yeah.
Got my meatball dish, the boar's head meatball dish from
It's now a
Nasty
meatball dish.
Ronnie. Well, it is now.
It's supposed to be like a ham, like
Whatever.
thing.
It's a meatball dish in my kitchen. So what's going on with the Hawk Tui girl?
You're the one that's been posting all over it.
I have. I mean,
It's
Facebook.
It's
is-
been all over this week.
I know. Facebook is all over. Who has not seen the actual video? Has everybody seen the Hawk 2 video?
Yep.
I don't think I watched the actual video. I saw
So
what you
then
guys were
speak
sending
up,
back and
speak
forth.
up when he asks who hasn't seen it.
I have no idea what you're
Well, I
talking
saw
about.
it, but I don't know. Is
Doug's
there a-
like social media. What?
What's that?
That's that box that sits in the house that
Yeah, it's
doesn't
got
turn
too
on,
much
right?
dirt
That
on it.
creepy
buttons.
glowy screen.
Right.
It's the porn machine when you're not looking at porn.
This is the girls with the southern accents, the heavy accents, what you would call, Joe, an accent. Is that the video?
No.
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 So there's a guy interviewing people on the street, and he's like, "Oh, all different questions." But then he asks the one girl, "What's your go-to, or what's the best sexual position?" So she's like, "Oh, you got to give it that Hawk Tui, and spit on that shit."
Yeah. I'll show you. Stand by.
Tui.
Or Hawk Tua, or whatever.
Tui.
Give me a minute.
He's scrolling, and I just see videos of myself. I am all over his social.
I think you are too far.
It's good.
Am I?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was like last week.
A couple
Yeah, but
days
you just
ago.
posted.
Did you post it?
I
Yeah,
did.
he did.
Yeah. Was that it?
No.
That's Joe on the.
That's
lawnmower.
me again, and that's me again there too.
That's it right there. Go down.
Hmm?
Right there. Is that it?
No,
No.
that's a chart.
Oh,
Where did it go? Where's Hawk Tui?
there it is.
No, that's
No,
not
that's
her.
the one. Okay, never mind.
Maybe
Up
her
at the top.
Baptist minister father finally got it scrubbed from the internet.
Oh.
Maybe.
That would be interesting. Does she have a Baptist minister father?
Yep, that's what's come out about her personal history.
Oh, man. He's proud.
Yep.
She probably went to church camp, but was on her knees for another reason.
How is it not on here?
I don't know. Maybe it got deleted.
Maybe you didn't actually post it on there.
He posted it on the Facebook page.
That's true. I did do that.
Were you not on the Facebook page?
Was it on your page or the group?
All right, here it is, guys.
You gotta.
All right, so are we there? Can y'all see?
Demonstrate.
Oh, this is
Like,
no.
Oh, there
That's
was
not-
another. There was another video of
That's,
her.
that's not the. That's
Yeah, I
not,
thought there was another
No,
video.
that was a different one.
that's not the
'Cause
full
that's
video.
not the same guy. This
All
one.
right,
how many is on your roster?
There's only one I want. I love you, Pookie, forever.
How do you get over a breakup?
The only way to get over one is get under another. Get the cobwebs off this thing.
This mother don't miss.
What's one move in bed that makes a man go crazy every time?
Oh,
That
you
do?
gotta give him that hawk to it. Spit on that thing.
And that's when she like me like a
Jeez.
I mean,
Well, that's what I meant by
girl.
southern accent. Isn't that sort of like a
Right. Yeah.
I think she's from like Louisiana or somewhere. I don't know, but
like ghetto meets southern kind of thing? I don't know.
yeah,
Is that because she was at Mardi Gras?
was she? Was
I
that
don't
where it
know.
was?
That didn't look like
I don't
Mardi
know.
Gras.
I'm just saying it was like some sort of parade or.
Now, did the girls
Festival or something.
know that was going to get posted?
Oh,
I'm
every
sure.
time there's a camera in your face, it's getting
It's
posted.
Right.
getting posted, right?
I mean, that looked like it was like maybe out on a street in Nashville or something.
Something.
Yeah. People
Now-
out at the bars on a Friday night.
Now
just
we're
getting
gonna
stupid.
do a drinking with Drew version of that. We're gonna send Joe out on an interview mission, and he's gonna interview some ladies too. So stand by for that.
All right, Joe, you're being
Was
deployed
Joe
at like
going-
2 in the
Apparent-
morning.
apparently
Ybor
I am.
City.
Ybor, yeah.
Yeah.
Apparently, because the show sponsors it, I'm allowed to just peek my camera into girls like dressing rooms and stuff.
Apparently.
Well, we don't want to get you arrested.
Right.
We just want you to interview some people and get us some good content.
The show said I'm allowed to.
That doesn't make it legal.
Judge, I gave him permission.
Yeah. For business, you know.
Yep. All right, we're gonna do some Buderbangs.
Finally.
What, you been jonesing? Do you know what that word means, Joe?
Yeah.
Okay. So what happened?
What if it was chosen?
Joe's over here sneaking peeks.
Well, I know he's cheating.
Send Joe to Times Square.
Oh,
That's
you're
what
gonna-
Lisa says.
It's time for Buderbang! Boot. Boot.
Bang.
Boot.
Bang.
Boot. Bang. Boot. Booter bang. Boot. Bang. Boot. Booter bang.
I think I'm gonna boot because she's missing teeth.
Why is that? Buderbang Barbie.
Firm boot.
Are we all banging?
We're banging the car too.
Jay said bang.
Bang.
Brad and Keller and Lisa have all said boot.
She was deciding to have pizza for breakfast.
Here we go, because I'm the one that is gonna bang on that one.
Booter bang.
All right.
Booter bang.
That was a call-in bang.
Booter
Yes,
bang.
he did.
Boot.
Okay, guys.
We should call Daniel Center.
We should. They should. All right, let's go back a little bit because we didn't do some that we should have done. All
I
right.
know you guys have all been watching the last few weeks, so you know.
Yep. Oh my God, it's gonna make me
We
do
can't
this.
reuse the old ones.
No, I don't want to do that.
I mean, I saw some nice hair in the preview picture there. I'm
Mm-hmm.
cheating too.
Are you? You're not allowed to cheat, Casey. Nobody is allowed to cheat, including Joe and Laura.
I'm trying to look this way, and I'm looking at Doug, so I'd avoid looking this way.
All right.
It's hard with the key. When
My
it's
eyes
right
are up
next to me.
here.
Eventually
Yeah,
he'll
but your
figure out
belly's
how.
sticking out over there.
Eventually he'll figure out how to get that little
That's a
monitor to
reach.
Joe,
not show
Doug,
his
Booter
well-
bang.
computer screen.
What?
Booter bang.
It's two. Yeah.
Which are you
Booter bang
pointing
Doug.
to?
Booter bang Doug.
Which one are you pointing to?
Doug, like, slide your pants down a little bit, distract Joe.
All right. A Florida woman was arrested after police say she stole an ambulance and crashed it into a police car after a short chase, according to the report. According to the report, Amber Lewis Sills, 29, of Fort Pierce, is accused of stealing a St. Lucie County Fire District ambulance on Wednesday, leading Fort Pierce police on a chase and crashing the ambulance into a police cruiser. The chase lasted 3 minutes after the stolen ambulance was spotted on U.S. Highway 1, and Sills was charged with grand theft of a vehicle, fleeing and eluding police with injury or damage in aggravated assault with a deadly weapon. That's about it.
She lasted longer than I do.
Yeah. And we do have Lisa. We have Lisa on the chat, so hopefully Lisa can hear the booter bang. She's going to give us a boot or bang. Casey, booter bang.
I mean, I saw her.
Well,
And she's clearly
well, if you saw her,
She's a
don't-
female.
she's clearly very entrepreneurial. She was thinking about the medical supplies and the drugs and things she could make some money off of. Just trying to start up a side hustle. That's what people around 30 do these days. Side hustles.
Okay.
So I'll give her a bang because
Banging.
she's out there hustling.
Okay.
Lisa said boot, by the way.
Lisa's booting.
Joe, what are you doing?
I'm gonna boot.
Boot. Okay. Doug.
Doug.
I'm gonna punt.
Not booter bang or punt.
Too much
It could be.
baggage, man.
Yeah.
That's too much baggage.
All
Boot.
right. Doug is booting.
We even have to
Jason?
ask Jason.
I don't care what she
Jason
looks
Stahl.
like.
Jason's gonna
Now,
boot.
if Joe said boot, I'm definitely booting because there's a problem.
Okay.
I was waiting for Jason to answer, and I'm gonna change my
Multiple
answer to
problems.
bang.
Must not kill.
It's too late. You've already.
Must not
Nope.
kill is online too.
You're
Must
locked.
not
Brad.
kill.
You're
Okay.
locked
Hello,
in.
hello. Boot, boot is what they said.
Brad is booting.
No,
Okay.
we're banging.
Oh,
Joe's now booting.
wait, so Joe, you're banging.
Yeah, I just said boot just so I wait till Jason answers, then I change my answer to
Jason,
bang.
what are you doing now?
Well, no, I can't. You can't change your answer. I didn't think it was fair to change your answer.
Yeah.
Once you go in, Joe, you know.
Yeah.
Once you dive in.
All right. Lusty Laura.
I'm gonna say. What was her name again?
Amber Lynn Sills.
No, I'm gonna say boot just because of the whole scene from Ted with the middle name being
'Cause she
Lynn.
had 3 names.
No, with the middle name being Lynn. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Let's see what Amber looks like.
She
Oh.
can clean up well.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
put a crack pipe in her
Yeah,
teeth. She'll
of
be all right.
course. She's 29.
Yeah.
What the
Damn.
hell music is it? Who's playing music?
I could teach that young girl how to put herself together.
Yeah.
I can make that work.
Yeah, she's recoverable. I'm sure she's recoverable.
of course.
She's just a little high right now.
She just doesn't know how to drive.
She's totally high. Look, I mean,
Oh, yeah.
she's high. Look how puffy her face, like
They
around
didn't-
her
right.
eyes.
Oh,
Oh, my
no.
gosh.
They didn't charge her with DUI or anything, so
No.
you know. Right.
That's,
She's got
that's
good
shocking.
cheekbones.
Okay. Joe sent me a couple.
Well, it's fine because then
This
Joe
is.
can see all I want.
Oh wait, we got to do that one later, Joe.
Yep, that one.
Yeah. All right. So, Doug. I have nothing against older women.
Oh, of course not.
So what are you saying?
Is Doug an older woman?
Well,
Like,
I'm going to ask you this, Doug. What's the oldest
age difference.
age difference? I've dated besides the woman that raped me when I was 15.
dude,
She was 34. But besides that,
Do we have to go?
He
that?
just says it
Well,
so nonchalantly,
right.
like, what
yeah, happened.
So that's 19-year difference.
Yeah.
that's crazy, dude.
What's the oldest? What's your age difference that you don't feel like you're getting weird?
16.
16 years?
He likes
Or
him younger
16?
than 16.
Are we talking older than
Older,
him?
yeah,
Yes,
yeah.
older
Older,
than you.
specifically older.
Just older.
Oh, I don't.
I mean, older than Doug, they got to be in the grave.
Nobody. Nobody older than me. I'm not going older.
Nobody? None?
No.
I
Okay.
mean, they bond over bingo.
Well, 'cause
Okay.
Doug is such a young soul over there, you know. Look at him.
I mean, I don't.
Unless it's a
There.
celebrity or something, maybe.
I thought everybody should be able to go 10 years up and 10 years down. I thought that was
Okay.
the rule.
That's
The rule of life.
not
right?
from here. It's
No?
not.
Okay. All right. Woman makes history as the oldest person to compete in Miss Texas, USA.
71.
Yeah. Well, Joe,
I feel like these are going to be a lot like the
Well, you said
contestants
she's the
on The Golden
oldest.
Bachelor.
Yeah, but I wasn't going to give the age.
Oh,
not gonna
okay.
be-
So you mean more plastic than
Was it
person.
71?
Yeah, like very airbrushed, very. Yeah,
So,
there's going to
to-
be a lot of
but
nips and tucks.
I'm not even-
To set the stage for this, just so you know, that Miss Texas changed their regulations to allow older, married, pregnant, trans, and basically anything. You don't have to be super skinny and pretty to be in the contest anymore.
Isn't that,
Just so you could set that up.
isn't that part of the contest, though?
Free
Being
for all.
No.
free and, I mean, like,
You don't have to be.
Not anymore.
So that's why we're looking at this picture.
I think they're just trying to let people know that any size, any shape, any age, gender
can
is
enter.
beautiful.
Yes.
We just want
Not that
you
you
to feel
have to
good
be
about yourself.
the walking, living Barbie
Well,
that
couldn't they do
most
it-
competitions are.
Couldn't they do it like bodybuilding? They have the masters, the older dudes. They have the board shorts
Well,
people.
then you have the baiters.
The fitness, the baiters, yeah, right? You got the fitness girls, the bodybuilding girls. You know, you got all these.
Casey's
different-
got to go in like 7 minutes. To
I
go
don't want to
do
hurt
her call.
anybody's feelings, but why do you need to do that?
I think I agree. I mean, there's a beauty contest for a reason.
Well,
That's why it's called a beauty contest.
But it's not called a beauty contest. It's called Miss Texas.
Oh,
Okay, but
it's a scholarship fund.
all right. So,
Well, they're probably doing it because of all the controversy around the pageants right now.
Right.
A lot of
They
the winners on the U.S. level are quitting.
Is it Miss America or Miss USA? 'Cause they're two different competitions.
This is-
Well, there's
this is
but
Miss
all, the
Texas.
teen
Well,
teen
that's
one
the-
has also quit. Like
Both of them
Right.
did, yes.
2 or 3 of the Miss USA.
I think it's USA,
or-
Miss USA, and Miss Teen USA.
Right.
well, Miss Oklahoma was just won by a trans lady.
Right. Well, there was also, I think, like in Maryland, another Asian trans woman who's married
Maybe
to a
that's what it
Marine.
was.
Yes, yeah.
So I don't agree with that. I'm just going to put it out there. If you're entering into a Miss America or a Miss this, you're taking away the women who are there to be. That's their event, and if you're pro woman, I don't know. I think you're kind of kicking them in the boob.
Well, here's a question. So, if a lot of those women that go on there have some type of plastic surgery, enhancement, whatever you want to call it, what's the difference in
Because they're
a male who is now identifying as a woman who has fake boobs?
because you have these women who have been growing up their whole life wanting to be Miss America or Miss Oklahoma
Who
or
says
Miss
that-
California. And
Who
they're
says
getting-
that the new she did
transgender,
it?
yeah, exactly. That might have been her aspiration when she was
A little
feeling
boy.
misgendered as a boy.
Yeah.
So given
Okay.
given that, what do you think of her?
What
The
way?
one you mean the one that
the
won?
one in Texas?
She's
Did she win?
She didn't win. She's competing.
And
No.
she's just breaking
She
the age
is
barrier.
competing.
Oh, so
Why are
she's
you
also
quoting- are we talking
transgender?
about the
I'm
old
just
lady?
saying she is competing.
Oh.
All right, so let's go ahead and get this done
so,
with.
a quick question though, like, what is the criteria to win? Is this people voting, and are they voting? Obviously, it's not just on looks anymore. It's on a bunch of stuff, right?
I think they
In
got rid of like the
theory.
bathing suit like the bathing suit portion. So it's like
Talent.
Q&A, talent.
Well, so yeah, okay. So the criteria is not just looks. Then is that what it was before? Was the criteria just based
I
on
don't know.
looks?
Who's-
Well,
I think
they
it
were
was-
always.
You guys are
always
ruining the
fuzzy.
Buderbang.
I know it's this Buderbank's gone way too long.
I know.
So, yeah, I mean, we can talk about it after the Buderbang, but I'm sure they have different categories of IQ and, aspirations and world peace and, all that crap.
I really do want world peace.
Yeah,
Yes.
exactly. Doug Lee,
Nobody cares.
are you going to Buderbang the oldest person to compete in Miss Texas USA?
Boot.
Booting. Casey.
Bye.
She's breaking glass ceilings. Let's bang. Simon and I are team bang.
Okay.
We're Simon.
He's asleep.
He's like, leave me alone. Jason Stallworth.
No, dude, I'm booting this one for sure.
That's a surprise.
You're booting.
You,
Shocker.
I have high standards, Joe.
All right.
Okay. Lusty Laura.
I'm going to say bang because if she's thinking that she's, well enough to walk across the stage without a walker,
Yeah.
let's do it, Grandma.
Okay.
I'm gonna-
Yeah.
and I'll say bang too.
Pajama Joe's banging. All right. How about the Peanut Gallery?
Lisa said boot.
Okay.
Lisa's
We don't
just
have
so
Brad.
harsh.
I know.
All right. Let's show her. This is, I thought I had a better photo.
There it is.
Okay. That's her. That's,
Yeah,
that's,
look at
She's
that.
71, really?
That's what I'm saying.
Well,
Right?
She
I
does
mean,
look younger than
a
that. Wow.
nip tuck and a little bit Botox.
Right?
Goes
Don't
a
show
long
her
way.
hands.
Oh, wait a minute.
Don't show her hands.
Where is it at? I definitely.
I don't know, but you're giving everyone Joe's email address.
Well,
You're going to get
okay.
spammed,
Oh, this
Joe.
is the one that Joe sent me. That's why. Joe.
Oh.
All right.
Yes, that's why Joe said I sent
No,
this
but
one to you.
he also said
So
that he had the same one
sent
already.
It, and I had some better photos, so that's what I wanted to pull
Because
up.
I had tried to
mine.
send it earlier, but it got
All
stuck
right,
in
here's
the
mine.
outbox on my
Here's
phone.
mine. All right, so here's some photos of her walking the walk. Okay. So a little different vision.
Got them Fabletics on.
Okay. Here's her doing a little Texas
She looks like a
twang.
little Texas realtor.
Yeah.
Oh, look at that top.
Look at, right? That's a little
Uh-oh.
bodice she's got there.
No, what is it?
Ooh, look at her fringe.
No.
I want some
She
fringe
looks, she
jacket.
looks a little crazy in this
Obviously,
picture.
the glamour photo looks
Well,
better.
Well, you
that's
know,
because her
her-
face is
the
frozen.
facelift
Yeah.
pulled her eyes up a little bit. She's a little shocked all the time.
Exactly. Everything's stitched back.
Okay.
Right.
All right. So there we go.
So who's right?
I mean, Joe.
You want to change your decision, Jason, based on those photos?
He's not allowed to.
I'm gonna pass on this. No,
In
I'm
that one, she
allowed
looks
to.
like a news
There's-
anchor. In that picture, she definitely looks like a news anchor.
Okay. Casey, do you have to go make a phone call?
I can give you two.
There's a
two
lot
more
I can do in
minutes.
2 minutes.
He needs 30 seconds.
It's true.
And that includes getting started.
And I'll be back by 8:30 if you guys are still going.
Oh, we'll still be going.
Nah. Oh,
Make
wait,
it-
we're talking about the show? Yeah, we'll be going.
I get no respect. No respect.
do the
I'm
hammer. Do the
two-fisted
hammer
here.
one real quick.
Which? Oh, you want to do? Well,
the hammer one.
all right.
Hammer?
Come on, sell it fast.
All right.
30-second timer.
This one's for the ladies. Man flies to Florida to attack gamer with hammer over online dispute, deputies say. So, Nassau County, Florida, a 20-year-old New Jersey man has been arrested for allegedly flying to Florida to attack a fellow gamer with a hammer following an online altercation that the pair had gotten into after meeting in a virtual fantasy world of Arch Age, police say. I have never heard of Arch Age.
It's like a European.
Okay.
You get a hammer on a plane.
It's a Korean video game, actually.
He probably landed and then went to Ace Hardware.
He did.
Or check
he
the bag.
did. He
yeah.
actually got to Florida, checked into the hotel, went to the hardware store, bought a face mask, hammer, and a whole bunch of other stuff.
People didn't think that was odd.
I know.
So he bought all that when he got here.
Wait,
'cause
where
they-
did it say it
they
was
found
from?
They found the receipts.
Was it from Jersey, you said?
No.
Yeah.
Where'd you say?
From New Jersey, yes.
Okay.
All right, Edward Kang, K-A-N-G, is now
Korean.
facing an attempted second-degree murder charge after the assault that unfolded early Sunday in Fernandina Beach, which left the victim with severe but non-life-threatening head injuries, according to Nassau County Sheriff's Office Bill Leeper. So we're going to leave it at that. He's a weird guy, he said. Leeper said during a press conference. Yeah, that's
All
it.
right, well,
he's a male Buderbang.
I'll jump in real fast because
Okay.
I got to bounce. Boot. Because
You're booting.
20-year-old beating
heard-
somebody up with a hammer. I mean,
Yeah.
I hear virgin with really weird
Right.
porn.
Okay, you got to wait till you see the
fetishes.
photos, see if you're
Okay,
right.
quick.
All right, Doug Lee, are you booting or banging?
Oh, it's a choice for me?
Yeah.
No,
Yeah,
it's definitely a boot.
Okay, Jason Stallworth.
Yeah, we're gonna boot this one.
Boot. Okay.
I
Pajama
say,
Joe.
wait,
No,
Pajama Joe
Lucio-
sent it to you.
Okay, sorry.
I've always forgotten. I'm going to say boot because I heard 20-year-old New Jersey and gamer.
All right.
So boot.
Any word from Lisa?
Boot. She said
All right,
boot.
here we go.
Oh, sweet
The-
Jesus.
The only thing he's got going for him is his hair.
Does look kind of Motley Crue-ish from
Is that a dude?
2000.
What's with all the 2 X's on his
I think
shirt,
it's
though?
the jail outfit, the jail uniform.
He's definitely not a
Nice.
2X.
Nice.
Yeah,
All right.
he's definitely, yeah.
I'm off.
Yeah. We'll see you in a few.
All right.
Wow. The only thing that could be worse about that story is if he wore a diaper so he wouldn't have to stop between leaving his house and arriving at the other guy's. And also, that's true. Also, too, how do they get attempted murder? Maybe he
That's
wanted
not-
to beat the crap out of the guy.
That's only because
Maybe
he
his-
didn't fly in the space shuttle.
That's true.
He attacked him with a hammer, and then I guess someone else that lived in the house woke up from the screams and came and like helped him like fight him off and like hold him down.
But I could beat the crap out of Joe. I don't want to kill him, but I just want to beat him up. So
Well,
you're
if
gonna
you
get me
at-
with attempted murder charges?
If you attack me with a hammer, yeah. If he gets hit in the head with a hammer, that's
you have
definitely
really hard. Maybe I'm testing my theory to see how hard-headed you are, Joe.
Okay.
Hey, go buy a hammer and a mask and all that shit. Don't save the receipts.
Right.
What the hell?
Pay cash.
And don't do it at Ace Hardware. Do it on a garage sale.
Lisa says looks like a child. He's a 20-year-old Asian. He's always gonna look like a child.
Right. Okay, so I want to show you guys something.
Ouch.
This guy's going to apparently spend some time in prison. Now, I'm going to show you a photo, a quick video.
Oh, it's only second degree attempted.
Well, I know. He might serve like a year. I don't know. Anyways, this is a video of what people are saying the future of prison is going to be. All right, I'm going to do a short little video.
What people?
Now, these are people serving time, and you just stay in these little pods.
They're all gonna look like military men. Because if that's the case, can I do visitation?
Well,
I saw this movie a long time ago.
Right.
This is
I
basically
think
what
Sylvester Stallone was in it.
Demolition Man.
I thought it was what
Matrix?
Keanu Reeves? Yeah, the Matrix.
Yeah, that one too.
So they say that the inmates are going to stay in these little pods, and they're going
Do they have to be in their underwear?
That looks like a lot of money for people that just need to be beat up and things happen to them every once in a while.
Or just done away with.
It says this is the rehabilitation of prisoners. So,
Well, they're not going to have muscle mass because they're not moving.
Right.
well, I don't know how long they're staying in this. I don't know if they're doing this 24 hours a day.
Well, then what's the point of putting them in these
Because
pods if
that's-
they're not going to
They're
be
doing
just like?
something to their mind,
Yeah,
right?
it's,
Yeah.
it's
They're-
mind
Why,
control.
why do we have to rehabilitate them?
And why does it look like tanning beds in like
Can we just
you know
get rid of them?
There you go.
Jersey Shore in like the
Cheaper.
1950s or something, like the little tiny bottoms, and it's weird.
Well,
Like why are they pretty much naked?
China's got like mobile crematories.
Ooh, are they gonna peel their
They just
faces
go-
off?
go
I'm
to your
down for
house,
that.
Pick you up, cremate you, and you're done.
right.
They don't need a trial or nothing. Bye.
This is weird. They're all gonna get CT scans.
Yep.
We waste too much money.
This
Of
is
course.
them trying to wait. This is just trying to get money out of the prison system.
Well, you know.
It's all privatized now.
It's all private, yeah. So it's
Sponsored by
Let them
Cheerios.
spend their money. We'll throw you some prisoners. Spend your money.
Now I wonder two things: are they analyzing their brain waves or whatever to see what's causing them to commit crimes, maybe something deeper, or are they trying to change something?
I feel like they should figure
their
that
brain.
out while they're in trial for
Dude,
like
it's ama-
mitigation
it's made
purposes
up.
so that they can determine if they could be rehabilitated or if they need some other type of help, like if they go to prison or what.
Well, some things like if you touch kids, I don't think there's coming back from that.
No.
No.
You do
Those
away
are the
with
people that belong
sorry.
in a prison where
Yeah.
things happen to them on a daily
Yeah.
basis. Yeah,
touch
they
my
shouldn't have a
car.
nice little.
And they don't get
Let's,
out.
yeah, yeah.
Much less kids.
Right. I mean, I think also
Touch
they're
my
trying.
pencil, I'll kill you.
They're trying to reverse engineer like their thoughts, like what
It's a
made this
two-way
person
defender
what
over there.
they
Right,
are.
Reverse engineer.
You know.
Yep.
I thought it was funny that all the inmates in that video were all white.
You're not.
Well, you know, Joe.
That's
They
a-
should
the
try
That's
hypnosis
totally
before they
racist.
do something like
Why?
that.
I'm white.
You can't, you know,
That's
you can't,
totally racist.
you can't put
an
other people in
observation.
a training video, Joe. You have to make sure it's just, you know, the populace that can't bitch. Anywho,
Oh yeah.
who's
How,
going to do
how,
that other
how, am
beer?
how are my shorts
You
doing
want the
this
other beer?
week?
We can't bitch.
Well, it's up to you guys. I mean, if you guys are going to do another Indian ale, I'm going to do just, is there a black and tan in there?
Yeah, I think so, yes. Simon, you got to move your ass.
Sorry, Simon, sorry.
Only one person's gonna do the India Ale because there's only one left.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying.
Poor Simon thinks there's ice cubes for him.
Yeah, I know. Poor
Oh.
Simon.
What's the matter, buddy?
Black
Oh.
Is there?
Yep. Go. Thank you.
Oh my gosh. Douglas getting all
can you
Simon.
put this
Look at
over-
Simon looking in the camera.
Look at him.
Jason, can you put
He
this
got my
over-
camera.
Little groobs.
Oh, you're killing me.
All right, Simon, get down. Get down.
Oh, Jason's next.
No.
He's
No.
definitely walking a lot better now.
Yeah, he's walking much better.
You can still see a little bit of it,
Yeah.
but it's definitely a lot better.
Well, those I think also too those nails in that 1 foot are just
Yeah.
longer because he wasn't wearing them down. But we can get him trimmed when he goes to the vet. But yeah, he's thank goodness because it was a long recovery period for
Yeah.
him.
Much better.
Like 6 weeks or so, he was still limping.
Yep.
How are the shorts doing?
Joe, you're still, I think, at 23,000.
It's
Right.
crazy. I think the others are like
23,116 or something. I had a few shorts that, you know, were maybe 500 or 600, nothing crazy, which, you know what? I'm okay with a 500 or 600 viewership on an average tweet. So I'm not going to stress that.
Short, not tweet.
Well, that's fine. Short. All right.
Do they still call them tweets if it's X?
I call them tweets, whatever.
what is this video you're showing me about people getting rubbed with mud?
We're gonna talk about that
It's on
when
the
Casey,
list,
we're gonna
Joe.
talk about that when Casey gets back. So
Okay.
relax, okay?
I just saying you showing it, so
Well, you're just spying on my computer.
okay.
Do we have any more Buderbangs?
No, we're done with the Buderbangs. I do have some, but I'm gonna they're old and crusty.
Just like Miss Texas.
Yep, that's true. So the Oilers fan that flashed the crowd, we can't show that video. Did you see that one, Doug?
I did not.
You're
Well,
missing out.
You
The
can,
Oilers have fans?
they have screenshots where she's blurred. You can probably show those.
Who won the game last night? Or was it
Panthers.
last night or Monday night?
Panthers. Yeah.
Panthers won. Home game, game 7. They took it all the way to the end.
Yeah.
I'll talk about my comments about this once you get all the pictures up.
All right. So I mean, is that the real one? Don't show it just yet. Just want to make sure. Yeah, this one's clean, but
It's Texas.
Do you have it?
kind of. I'm looking for the blurry photo, and I don't even see the blurry photo.
They keep showing the afterwards.
You're
Right,
Okay.
there.
So this is the basic blurry photo. She has a nice rack.
Okay,
But-
that's where
but-
my comment
but-
comes in, but keep
I mean,
going.
any rack that's willing to be shown, we're gonna say is a nice rack anyway.
This kind
We
of
don't,
true.
we don't, you
Even
know, we
if
don't,
they're
we don't, we don't complain.
Clammies, mammies, flappies, or jackies.
Exactly.
We're gonna say we like them
Yeah, of course.
because they flashed.
Some is better than none.
Right. Now,
Any is better than none.
So Laura says they're lopsided.
The nips are.
From, from the real video or from
from
blurry
the
one?
Playboy ads that they have out saying, or maybe she just did, I don't know. They have videos out trying to, push their, their magazine when she's in it. And her fucking nips aren't even. It's like, if you're going to pay for them, 1, make sure you walk out with even nips. And 2,
Okay.
if you're Playboy, airbrush that shit.
This is the photo she's talking about where they're lopsided.
Okay, yeah,
And
I
they're
can see
barely. That's because she's just tilted a little bit. It's not.
They're just pointing in different directions.
Yeah, I mean that's not a big deal.
Got it. Looks
That's
like
what
she's
I'm saying.
concealing a
So-
package as well.
So clearly she paid for them.
Does, doesn't it?
So if she paid for them,
I think she's
she
tucking.
either didn't go to a good doctor, or she didn't pay attention, or maybe she yanked
I
one
just think it's
in
the
healing.
angle of the camera and the way she's.
No,
standing.
because
call it.
Natural ones are never exactly the
No.
same.
That's what they
because
call it,
every-
the nip tuck, because one of the nips got tucked.
Because I thought, oh well, she's pulling on the shirt. So I looked at the other photos that they also had. They're uneven. Oh shit! Sorry, YouTube.
I don't think we did that, did we?
Yes, it was on there. Because Yeah, didn't take it off. Let me.
It's still on there. Well, I don't know what you're showing, but
All right, we'll edit that out. Apparently,
there it goes. Right now, everyone's seeing nips, actual nips. Yeah. So, if you're gonna pay for them, get them right, or Playboy, just even them out. Just you know how you make people skinnier in photos, just raise a nip up. That's all I'm saying.
it's not that big of a deal. Women, by nature, have unbalanced boobs. Most women have different
cup
sizes and different positioning, even if it's a hair, a millimeter.
People got different size feet.
Yeah. So that's normal, but whatever. Now I got to figure out how to close this out without putting it back on there.
Oh, I have it off the camera, so.
2 years worth of YouTube subscriptions down the drain. All right. Get Oilers fan off there. I thought that was going to be a good segment, but nope. It ruined us.
Cost us our jobs.
Yep. Down the drain we go.
Jason's been gone quite a while. I wonder
Well,
what
you
he's
know,
doing
we
in
turn him on.
He's
when
pooping.
When he comes on the channel, he gets a little excited. It's normal.
there. You have to go take care of
You got the
business.
nervous bellies.
Yeah. Oh, it's all good. I wanted to show. Well, I won't do that.
What's next on your list?
Well, Justin Timberlake.
Thank you for the right one.
Thank you. So, there's a rookie cop that arrested him that apparently nobody likes in the neighborhood. Like, he is...
Well, because they arrested Justin Timberlake.
No.
But his problem is he's so young that they said that he didn't even recognize him or know who he was. So what are they calling him? Like shit for brains ginger or something like that? Like
right.
So they're mad at him because their police department and their town is the one that arrested Justin Timberlake. He's like the king of pop. Which, by the way, I'm pretty sure today's the anniversary of Jackson's death. Because Facebook gave me the memory that I said. So does that make Justin the king of pop today? So yeah, I think that it's a good title for that little cop to have. Learn your lesson. Know your celebrities in your area, and don't fucking arrest him.
Well,
for having
there's
all those drugs in his system while he's behind the wheel of a car.
Well, there's other like articles, and I don't know which ones are true or whatnot, but one said that he had given him a warning like earlier in the day, like an hour earlier before he arrested him. Like, and then there's another one that says that somebody from the hotel actually called it in and like ratted him out and said, hey, go watch people leaving this hotel because someone's on drugs or something.
Well, they were saying that he had like
he has a
3 or
reputation.
4 different types of drugs in his system, but they had these blood test results back within like 24 hours, and they typically don't have that quick. So I think that was all like, some made up shit, or unless somebody saw him doing it. I don't know. But yeah, they're saying that, who knows? Clearly he was drunk. Like his eyes were bloodshot, but
It says, in just 3 months on the force, Arkinson, his name is Michael Arkinson, has earned a reputation among Sag Harbor wealthy residents.
Sag Harbor.
Yeah, that's where he was
We
arrested.
know what's going on there.
Right.
Hamptons.
Says,
a lot of money out there.
He earned the nickname the Sag Harbor Nazi.
Oh, shit.
And little red-headed dipshit.
That's what it is.
For the strict enforcement of traffic laws. And this is his photo. Let's Buderbang it. You going to Buderbang?
He's an idiot. Boot him. And they said ginger.
Yep. So that's him. That's his photo.
I've seen him. I've seen the pictures before, but he's not a bad looking dude.
He's just trying to, hit his quota.
Yeah, I mean most cops are.
What?
Quotas are fake news, by the way.
You like him?
I'm just saying he's not a bad looking dude. He's not fat. He's not overweight. He's not.
He's also only been on the force for a couple of months, so he's probably like 21 years old.
Yeah.
So way too young.
But how high and drunk is Justin Timberlake?
I mean, he could have really bad allergies.
He didn't blow, right?
Because my eyes get that bloodshot.
I don't know if he
10
was
minutes
drunk.
after
I think
waking
it was just
up.
all drugs.
Who knows? I mean,
Oh,
every
it's
cop
a
that
drunk.
arrests somebody for DUI,
Little
they
red-headed
write the same
dipshit.
information in there. Red, watery eyes, blurred speech. It's, copy paste bullshit. So yeah, I mean, that's why you don't blow. So when you go and you get arrested for DUI, all attorneys will tell you don't blow. Period.
Yeah, Lisa said he's no Prince Harry. Talking about the cop, and I agree.
What ifs?
I agree too.
And should he refuse to do a breathalyzer? Smart boy, Timberlake.
Hawk Tua.
Yeah. Oh, there's what we should have shown Doug from the beginning.
blurred,
Yeah,
yep.
the blurred version. So, I'm trying to get Casey back before we talk about the mud massages, so I'm going to hold off on that.
Can't even get Jason back.
Yeah, we need to get Jason back.
Right, what does he do? He's
Tearing it
literally
up.
ruining our plumbing right now. Like, he is fucking our shit up.
He's probably on the phone with Candy.
I didn't boot anyone, or I didn't bang anyone, I swear.
I promise.
He thought about it though, so that's why he's in trouble.
So, Joe, Julian Assange is going to be free.
Yeah, finally.
10 years later.
14, I think, yeah.
What is it? You cut a deal?
Yeah.
Yeah, they gave him a plea deal. So I don't know if you know the whole backstory, but
Oh, I know the whole backstory.
okay. So he spent like
I just don't know the front story.
he spent like seven years in UK in jail
Yes.
for violation of like his bail on something from like I think it was Switzerland or Sweden or whatever. They had him on like sexual assault charges, but he spent like 4 years hiding out in the I don't know if it was Colombia or Ecuador, like one of their embassies in London. And as soon as he left, they kicked him out. As soon as they kicked him out, then the UK arrested him. So he's been in jail for that. But now he's like signing a plea agreement. He's in like the Mariana Islands or something like that because it's a U.S. territory, so it's technically U.S. soil. So they're gonna give him a plea agreement to, but they basically gave him a guilty plea on espionage or something like that. But they're not going to give him any jail time, so he's going to go home to Australia.
Like time served kind
Yeah,
of thing. If
basically.
he's been in prison this whole time or jail.
Yep.
Crazy.
Now, does he go back to his old ways?
I mean,
That motherfucker's smart.
He's got a wife and 2 kids now.
Now, did he not have them
No.
when he met this woman while he was in prison and they had some conjugals?
He wasn't really in prison.
Old
Before
jail.
that, he was under
He was in
like
hiding.
he was in hiding in the like Ecuadorian embassy in London.
He couldn't leave that country.
Correct.
So, I mean, he could move about freely in that country.
Didn't he
No,
spend
he was
some time in Russia before he went there?
He was in the embassy.
I thought he could move around and go where he... I thought he just
the building of the embassy. As soon as he leaves the embassy, he would have been arrested.
Oh.
So he spent like a couple of years there, and while he was there, his lawyer is now his wife. And in the I think it was Ecuador's embassy is where the kids were conceived.
All right, Buderbangs,
So-
Julia Assange's wife.
Bang.
You seen her before?
Yes. But
She's Ecuadorian?
I don't think so. I think I mean he's from Australia. I don't know if she is or not.
Okay. What do you think? Buderbang. Doug, you gonna Buderbang Julia Assange's wife?
I'll boot her.
Booting her. Okay.
I mean,
I guess beggars can be
Joe
choosers.
seems pretty confident in his decision, so I'm going to say bang.
Yeah.
Okay.
You got a picture?
A lot of photos here.
Yeah.
We'll do this. I mean, let's visit this website. This
She was
Ooh, her name is Stella. What
she
a
was
great
his
name.
lawyer.
South African lawyer.
getting all these pop-ups. Okay.
Oh, Joe.
I'm
you
not a
lied.
fan.
Look at the one on the right.
I'm not a fan.
Look at the one on the right. Don't
I'm
look
gonna
at
go.
the left.
I'm going with Doug.
Yeah, I should have gone with Doug.
I mean, look at this. I mean,
I thought she was going to be some kind of
I've
George
seen-
Clooney style wife.
That's
I've-
his,
look at
that's
the-
his new wife. What does his old wife look like?
right?
I've seen better pictures.
Okay. Let me see if I can
Yeah.
find one. Can we include the kids? or
Yeah,
no?
that's a good picture.
I
My
don't
gosh, those little kids look like little Amish baby dolls.
know.
Yeah, that's hot.
I don't know.
He finds
Yeah.
the worst of the
I
pictures.
mean, I'm not gonna.
Right?
Well, it's not. Joe.
I know it's tough. It's tough to find a good
I mean,
picture
I'm
on the
just
spot, but I
randomly-
saw some
I'm
good
just-
ones.
She looks like Chelsea Clinton.
A little bit.
Could be.
Right in that one.
I mean, I'm just randomly selecting, going
gotcha,
through.
I
mean,
gotcha.
Little activist action. I'm just a little cry. I don't know, Joe. But I guess if you're
Okay.
locked up and you can't go anywhere, you're gonna fuck the only girl that's present. Am I right?
Your
Am I
lawyer.
hearing knocking?
No. Yes.
But you can't come in.
I think he's using the plunger. No, just kidding.
Oh my God!
I'm
he
just
fucked
kidding, I
that
don't know.
shit. Joe, go
There's
check.
no plunger in there.
Go help,
Go
Joe.
in there.
Go find out.
Go
Maybe
help,
he needs
Joe.
one.
Maybe he needs help.
Maybe her and Casey are getting
No.
mauled by something.
It would be a cat.
Did you get lost in there? Yeah, not feeling too well. Okay.
Oh.
He's not feeling well.
Well, shit.
That's not the noise we heard then.
Maybe it's not the Drew bad balls.
Was he heaving?
Heaving or pooing?
Man, I eat all that stuff. I'm good.
I know, right? It's the Thai food he had earlier.
Oh,
Probably.
shit.
That'll do it to you.
Well, yeah.
I mean, he's literally got like an iron stomach when it comes to that.
You never
Thai
know
food,
what that
so-
stuff is.
Well,
Cat,
pork chops.
cat chops.
Who knows?
Wow.
All right. Well, now Joe disappeared. Okay.
Oh, there
It's all
goes
good.
the phone.
Just the three of us.
Yep.
We
So,
can make it if we try.
Doug, what's your opinion on climate change? Is it
Everybody else is gone.
Is this climate change thing propaganda? Is it hyped up a little bit too much? Or are you like,
Yeah.
you think we're going to burn in 10 years?
I mean, if it were true, there's a lot of things they could do about it.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Well, they've been saying it for like 40, 50 years now.
And what have they done towards doing something about it?
They've squandered away a lot of money.
They figured out a way to siphon money. That's all
they're
it's
doing.
ever been about.
Well, I think that the activists that are coming forward, not the people trying to like raise money, but I think they're finally starting to realize that the people who for the past 40, 50 years have been like, guys, we're fucking with the climate. Let's stop. They're trying to put the fear of God in everyone to do something on their own because they know that the people who should be doing something about it are not taking the steps necessary. So they're just trying to like scare people into changing their lifestyles to slow down the inevitable.
I thought we were talking about the alien landing.
Yeah, but the people that want that and demand that are not living by their own reality. You know what I mean? Rules for thee and not for me.
Right.
Like Al Gore is a prime example of that.
Mhm.
You know, I'm going to complain about climate change as I fly in my private plane to whatever climate summit is going on the
Right.
other side of the world where we eat gold leaf babies and, you know, whatever else rich people eat.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Here's what pisses me off. Camera, please. Are idiots like this ruining or trying to ruin
Stonehenge.
Stonehenge.
What?
And other places. Now they're doing this because I'm a climate activist.
What is ruining historical
nothing?
monuments having to do with the fucking?
Well, the same thing.
This
They
pisses me
they
off.
throw shit at the paintings too.
Right.
So is that a chalk bomb that they're just like chalking the stones, or what? Oh, it's a fire extinguisher. What is it? It looks like a chalk bomb. Hopefully that just wipes off. That person is doing so. That person should be karate chopping the fuck out of those people. If I were a tourist there and that was happening, I would have been arrested because that pisses me off too. Like, there's no reason for that bullshit. Like, that's just
No,
stupid.
you're
like
right.
you were just trying to be like, oh, I'm trying to be an. No, you are literally ruining history.
Trying to draw some attention to me.
Right. You are not doing.
Look at me,
You are-
not climate change.
You are doing nothing for your cause. You are looking like a fucking idiot, and people hate you. And they're going to think that everything you say is stupid because you are.
Now the problem is here they are getting arrested, but what do? They do nothing. You know, they're not going to serve any time. You know,
I hope they get charged with having to clean that up. And
They're not even
restore it.
kicking them or anything. They're not
I would
beating
be
them.
bashing their fucking heads in.
It's crazy.
If you're in a car chase and they caught you, that's exactly what they would do. But if you're destroying ancient monuments, then
I would put them in the center of Stonehenge and sacrifice them, like they used to do in Stonehenge. Isn't that what they used to do in
we'll
Stonehenge?
escort you to the car with
They
a
would
Twinkie.
sacrifice-
There's some debates on what it was for.
Well, I would say I have proof now because I
It's a-
just
it's a-
sacrificed a little shit in the center of these things.
It's a giant calendar.
I think they should just burn them at the stake right out there in the middle of it. Tie them up, and fire it up,
Yep. People are idiots.
burn down, baby.
Just push one of the stones over on top of them.
No, because then you're ruining it.
Right on top, squish.
Nope.
If you pick it up and then do it again on the next one, same stone.
I would only be okay with ruining a stone if
YouTube.
I was sacrificing with their blood.
YouTube. That's the opinion of Doug Lee, not the Drinking with Drew show.
Yeah.
And me saying sacrificing humans at Stonehenge.
Sure. So Joe.
Lisa was saying it was cleaned up. It was
YouTube's
orange
got a problem
paint.
with human sacrifice?
Well, I don't, but
YouTube might.
YouTube might. You know,
Yeah.
we're on a platform, Doug.
He gets banned for saying punch him in the nose.
I'm all about.
Yeah.
I'm
That's
all
a
about
little
reading
harsh.
stories about the Mayans and the Incas and how they used to sacrifice people and how they just recently found like an entire like underwater tomb of like young children that were sacrificed. and there was like another subsection that was like all twins from like the same family line. I'm all about that shit. I want to read it.
I read that.
I wouldn't be upset if it happened.
They said there was doubts about them all being twins and all that now. So
well, not all of them, but there was like a few that were twins, but like the twins were from like the same like lineage. They're like, so they were thinking that it was an honor within like the village or the people to be selected to have your child sacrificed for the betterment of the company or the colony. Maybe I'll sacrifice somebody for the company.
The corporation.
Yeah.
You got work on your mind.
I do. That was my feelings today.
You're going to sacrifice an employee for the betterment of the company. All right. So, Joe, there's wiener. There's microplastics in our wieners.
Can we talk about the video of the wiener I sent? There was nothing micro about what was in that wiener.
Well, the problem with your video is it's on Instagram. So I'm going to...
Did you send it to yourself?
No. Let me see if I can find it on here. But in the meantime, Joe.
Yeah.
There are micros in our wieners.
Yep.
So it's microplastics?
Apparently.
It's not just in your wiener. It's probably in every cell in your body.
Yeah.
I know.
Because what are they saying? It's like in your bloodstream. You're like drinking it or something like that?
Well, let's see what they say. It says microplastics discovered in human penises for the first time.
Probably because it's the first time they looked.
Yeah.
Now, this article is by CNN, so of course we have some skepticism by that. But scientists have found microplastics in human penises for the first time as concerns over the tiny particles' proliferation and potential health effects mount. Several different kinds of microplastics were found in 4 out of 5 samples of penis tissue taken from 5 different men as
Who
part
gives
of
their
study.
penis tissue for these
Were they cadavers
tests?
or were they alive?
Yeah, good question.
They would have to be cadavers. Nobody's
Yeah.
giving wiener tissue out. Unless they're doing like well, they couldn't do if they're finding it in babies.
Maybe they're paying big money for it.
Unless you go to the other article that was about where they do amputations, penis amputations.
But here's the thing. I thought when I read the story originally,
chop it off.
When I saw it.
Is that in Iran?
No, it was all over the world.
Does that happen a lot?
It was mostly, I think it was Brazil. I think Thailand was like number 3.
Are you talking about for like sexual predators?
No, that was like they chopped off the penis for like amputations.
Cancers or something like that.
For cancers?
Penis cancer.
There's a state in the United States now that is moving. They just passed a law to have like actual castration for sex offenders, as opposed to like a chemical castration. They're going to actually castrate them. I say chop off the dick while they're at it.
Is that a thing?
Yeah.
Penis cancer? I've never heard of that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I mean, I guess you have testicular, obviously, but I guess it could move anywhere.
Yeah.
Men
can also get breast cancer.
Yes.
Yeah. I mean, so I thought originally when I read this that it was in the urine, and they're talking about it being in the microplasm, like in urine, but they're talking in the skin. So if it's in the skin of your wiener, then it's got to be it could be anywhere in your body.
Yeah.
I wonder if there's some type of like cleanse or a flush, a detox, something that can get that out of a person's system, skin, bladder, whatever, every form of your body to kind of start fresh and then just try to live a healthy life.
I think you might can for metal, but I don't think you can for plastic.
That sucks.
No. So it says microplastics.
Well, if we could invent it, we'll be rich.
Right?
It says microplastics are polymer
we could say
fragments.
we invented it and be
that
rich.
Range from less than 0.2 inches, 5 millimeters, down to 125,000.
125,000.
Yeah, easy for you to say. 1 micrometer. Joe.
Micrometer.
Is that what it's spelled? Micrometer? Joe has this language in his head automatically. I'm like, micrometer. Anything smaller is nanoplastic that must be measured in billionths of a meter. So is this cancer causing, or is it just, hey, it's here? And
because we use so much plastic in our everyday life, it's in the oceans and it's in everything. It dissolves into the rain. It dissolves into our water. So because as we consume water, and especially drinking water from a plastic bottle, the water absorbs the plastic that we're drinking. and it gets in your body, and now it's in your blood, it's in your cells, it's actually in your, like, there's plastic inside your body, and that's what they're saying.
I wonder if they're going to start testing like skin samples, or like you were saying, if circumcision, those types of samples, to see if it's passed from mother to baby.
I'm sure
if it's
it
in
is.
all parts of the body.
You might be fresh somewhat when you're a baby, but you probably get some passed on to you.
Mm-hmm.
But it's like everything else. It's bioaccumulative, it's okay, and then you have too much, then you die.
Right. Just like radiation.
Just like milk.
Like other forever chemicals.
What's the forever chemical? It's out off of like the California coast.
Radium?
No, it's like in the water. I'll have to look it up.
Does it cause red tide?
I can't
There's
remember.
fluoride in the water.
I just remember there's like some never-ending chemical out there.
It's some initials.
Something like that. I'll have
Can't
to look
think
it up.
what it is.
I read an article a few
Pickles
years
is
ago.
trying to tell us. From
She
the other
is.
side of the room. She's, meow, it's meow.
Meow.
I got the answer. Meow. So Joe, 10 Commandments.
You're picking on me because Jason's not here, right?
Louisiana has made it law to put the 10 Commandments in schools.
In public schools.
Public schools.
Which is sort of weird because of the whole separation of church and state and all that.
God, thank you.
And where I'm from, all of the public schools always got the Jewish holidays off. And I went to a Catholic school, so we didn't get the same holidays.
You didn't get the Jewish holidays off in Catholic school? That's racist.
No, but the public schools didn't get the Catholic holidays off. They only got the Jewish holidays.
That's
That's
wrong in so many ways.
This is obviously going to go to the Supreme Court if it has to. They're going to shoot it down.
Yep.
But I mean, here's my thoughts. I'm not a religious person. Okay?
No, but you don't have to be a religious
You
person
don't,
to realize that you should treat people with respect.
Right, that's my whole point.
Don't cheat off your neighbor's test paper because that's stealing. Like,
if you need religion to be a good person, you got fucking problems. So religion causes so many fucking issues, and I'm just, whatever. I'm a little, I have a lot of angst about it, but
there's nothing wrong with the spirit of it, but there's the rules and the regulations and all that is made up by people, which makes it inherently flawed.
I think people use religion as a coping mechanism. I don't think they use it the way that it was intended or the way that they say that they're using it. I think that they use it when they do something bad or when something bad is happening to them and they have something to blame it on. It's a
God
coping
doesn't
mechanism.
like me anymore.
Right. Or they did something bad and they're like, "Oh, sorry, but God forgives me." It's just
it's just the basis of war. It's the basis.
forgives, but we don't.
It's all guilt based.
Right.
Right.
I didn't expect Kasey to beat Jason back. So I don't know. I'm bitter about a lot of that in our society, our world is just religion controlling everything and leading to wars and people fighting each other over bullshit that honestly probably doesn't exist to begin with. So
is that leading to war in Ukraine? A lot of religion-based things going on there.
No, I think that's territorial. I think that's more territorial. I don't see that. I think Ukrainians and Russian actually have the same religion.
Yeah, it's an Orthodox Christianity.
No, I think it's the same. It's the same. They have the same region of religion. It's not like, the Middle East where you have different ideologies. And
That's not about religion there either. Come on.
The Jews and the Palestinians?
Well,
yeah,
maybe
that's not about religion.
Well, it partly is because they all laying claim to the same Holy Land.
It is
Then
holy
that's
land.
about religion.
But
That's
it's
about land.
It's both, actually.
You said land. They're just using religion as an excuse to drive it, but
Yes.
it's still about property. It's about the real estate, baby.
Yep.
I mean, there's enough land in the world for everybody, and it's kind of weird that we fight over, specific areas of it.
Send up to Texas.
Well,
I don't understand why somebody hasn't been like, okay, why can't we just have temples, churches, whatever religion is trying to stake claim? How this land isn't a square foot. This holy land is big enough to have multiple churches and religious
because you have people,
establishments so that everybody can pray on this holy land or do whatever it is that their religion feels is important related to where the location is.
Because there are people that have the mindset that if you aren't the same religion as them, you should die.
Right.
And
It's the
those
radicals.
are the radical extremists who live among us in every country in the world who want to kill you if you do not believe what they believe. And that is the problem with fucking religion. There's extremists in there's conservative extremists in the United States. There's liberal extremists in the United States. There's extremists in every group with religion. And unfortunately, it's not going to go away. We have to outsmart it, and I don't know how we're going to do that. How are we going to bring kids up from the age of infancy to not have them really think that their religion is the only religion that matters in the world? Like, that is the extremist ideology that it's just idiotic.
Well, it's not just religion, though, because you can look at the rise of Nazism, which was anti-religion, the rise of the People's Republic of China, which, again, tried to eradicate education and religion.
Who were the allies of the Nazis?
Mussolini.
Pretty much.
Okay,
Catholic Church.
Well, so you.
Well, no, lots of
Yes.
Catholic is the second, but behind the
Do your
Jewish,
research.
The Catholics were aligned with the Nazis.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
There were several prominent Catholic
Saudi
priests
Arabia.
and bishops that were martyred by the Nazis.
Oh.
Saudi Arabia, right? For a while.
Yeah.
Then they went to war with Russia.
Right.
But there's a lot of history with the Nazis and who they aligned with and who supported them. And, I mean,
Kennedy's.
Was it
Rockefellers. I mean, the list goes on. But
Hitler was
It was about making money for them, though. It wasn't about religion or alliance. It was about money.
Yeah, I mean,
that's the.
You look at
and revenge.
I don't understand the mindset.
The great equalizer.
The mindset now where you have liberals who have voted Democrat, obviously the Jewish Democrats, who now have the people wanting to promote, death to Jews. I don't get that. Like, how does that even equate? And this is probably I didn't even want to talk about this tonight, but since we're talking about it, it just exploded. But I don't get that mentality of, okay, and Lisa's, I don't want to throw her under the, out there, but I'm sure she has an opinion on it. If she wants to call, she can call. But you have a lot of people who are Jewish who have been supporting liberals for years and years and years. 90%, this is what I understand, 90% of the Jewish people vote liberal, Democrat. And now you have all these liberal Democrats supporting Gaza and the slaughter of the Jewish people, which I'm confused about. Like, I just don't understand it. So, I'd love for somebody to enlighten me about it and fill me in, but I just don't get it. Anybody have any comment?
I'm going to stay quiet on this one because there's been fighting going on over there for like 500 years.
And some of
longer than that.
Probably.
Right.
Yeah.
I know. But
Thousands of years.
But have you had liberals in the United States been fighting with them? This has never been a United States fight. And now suddenly, over this past year, it now is. So that's my confusion about it.
Well, the economies are still so intricately linked, and the fact of the matter is when the Gaza Strip was created, it was actually a U.S. creation. So we pretty much set this conflict up. It was, again, social political meddling where the humanistic choice of not eradicating essentially Hamas has now created this conflict where people are just trying to get by as best they can, but you got the radicals on both sides.
And that's my point, is that if the Palestinians really wanted to save themselves, they would not have Hamas as their government. And they would solve this whole problem very quickly by saying, we do not want Hamas to be representing us.
But how easy is it to get rid of a government? I mean, our government on both sides of the aisle has shown insane levels of corruption and incompetency, and yet we're stuck with the same choices over and over again.
We have no good choices right now.
Mm-hmm. No,
we have two no good choices.
It's the illusion of choice. There is no choice. They pick the choices for you.
Yeah. Right, when you
How
can't
is
have
that a
free
choice?
and open debates and
Doug,
everybody in the Senate's a millionaire.
Do you want to go check on Jason and see if he needs to go? Like, is he like that bad where you guys need to head out?
That's a good question.
I mean, I didn't hear noise coming from in there, but I also didn't hear noise from coming in there.
Right. So, I mean, if you're his, you guys are...
right.
Yeah. I mean, if he's okay hanging out there, he can hang out there as whatever he needs to do. But
Maybe it's cool in there.
I want to make sure he's not,
He bought a magazine.
I want to make sure he's not Dumb and Dumber on the toilet, But I need to pee too, so I'm going to go to the back bedroom.
Are you all right?
And
What was that?
Yeah, I
something.
went into the tried to go in the one off the kitchen, but there was no TP, and I was like, okay, I'll just hold it. I didn't want to go stir up the dogs and the master.
Oh, you could have.
I was worried that I'd start a riot.
I'll get
Well, they're in the closet in the way back, so you would have been fine.
Simon.
But I guess we should have paused this
So,
stream.
well, no. Since the boys are gone, what can we do to Joe?
I mean, I'm down with that.
No.
I mean, I know you guys had some things in mind, but they were always around.
I mean, 2 girls and a Joe, right?
2 girls, 1 Joe.
You all right?
Yeah, my son was like just knotted up, man.
That's what happens when you lick Drew's balls.
Don't want to be gross, guys.
When you lick Drew's balls.
I think it's a mix of Thai food I had today, and well, let's not talk about it.
And Drew's balls.
Drew's balls.
What did I walk in on?
Just talking about how Drew's balls will tear you up.
Hey, you guys are cock blocking.
It's like you ate something bad, and you just sit there.
Yep.
In knots. It's
Mm-hmm.
You're not on the microphone.
And you start
Oh yeah,
sweating.
your mic's over there.
Bring your mic closer so we can hear you on the
Oh yeah,
show.
we're totally live still.
So right now I'm getting dissertations from my oldest 2 about my oldest is after a pink morph hognose snake as a pet.
Okay.
And her next youngest sister is after an African fat-tailed gecko. And I told them if they could give me an ample amount of research on how to care for them, the substrate, put together a projection of cost in areas that they would do it, and they've jumped to it very quickly. So I might have to eat those words. And because I showed Hope the fish tanks that you were offering her, and she's very excited. And so that's now, well, if Hope gets fish, we want other stuff.
Oh, sorry.
So, yeah,
I created a little mini monster in your house.
So I mean, I'm gonna have the whole spectrum now. I'm gonna have dog, cat, bird, reptile, amphibian.
Nice. I like it.
Fish. What do we call?
Fish.
Back there, and that one's open, so whoever needs to go.
Yeah.
It might not be safe to go in there, but.
Oh no. I'm
courtesy flushed.
I'm like a unicorn, Joe. Like I don't like my farts don't smell when I have even if I have a stomach problem. It's just like powder puff, poof, and it just Sorry.
Good to know.
He doesn't even poop metal.
No. That's just clean,
Rainbows.
It's gonna be hardcore.
I mean, for the record, though, I had some super spicy Thai food today. I probably put too much spice in it, but that's just what I do. And it was homemade. And then so that on top of Drew's balls that we just had.
Yeah.
So
It's
anyway,
a special recipe, and those balls.
Yeah,
Good played a part.
I could smell it and taste it at the same time.
Yeah.
Well, Drew was putting his balls in my mouth from like 4 o'clock on.
Yeah. She was actually the first one to taste them because I'm like, are you hungry? You want to sample one?
Little salty,
You
right?
can sample a ball.
Yeah. So
just chew on this for a little bit.
And then I force fed her more when Laura showed up. I'm like, have more.
And then I got put to work, cut up the cheese.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
Oh, I forgot I ate all that cheese too. That
was a lot of Gouda.
That was a lot of Gouda.
Yep.
Well, thank you guys. Dinner was great though. You guys.
It wasn't really dinner, just little Drew Poo snacks,
Snacky poos. Yeah.
It was awesome.
Snacky poos, yeah.
Well, there's why you got sick. He just gave us the secret ingredient, Drew Poo.
Drew Poo.
Well,
we haven't had a Drew's
no
Poos
comment.
segment in a while.
Well,
Now
that
it's-
used to be wasn't that weekly rants? And that it used to be Drew's Poos, I think.
Drew's Poos. Yeah.
No, Drew's Poos. It was Drew's Poos
It lasted
because
like
you had
2 weeks.
because you had green poos. Remember, it was like a whole thing, and it was so.
No, I think that
your
was.
rants.
I think the
and then
rants
I
were
called
Drew's
it.
Poos.
We'd have to have updates on your poos because they were green.
All of the greenery.
I don't know about all that. Did you eat enough, Doug?
I did. It was delicious. Thank you.
Jason, you want to grab the amp and jam out some? Are you feeling all right? Or you want to?
I'm calm, just kind of sitting here
Okay,
right now.
all right, all right.
I mean, a guitar in my hand's always a good thing, but
He's got to recenter.
Okay.
Yeah, recenter a little bit.
Y'all let me know. We have it ready pretty much to go. I'd have to flip a camera, but we could figure that out.
We
pretty
didn't
quickly.
get Brad last week on it.
Yeah, we had Brad here last week, and we forgot to get him jamming out. But
Brad Mader?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he was here.
Didn't you
last
watch
week.
the show last week?
No, I didn't.
What kind of fan are you?
Ugly.
Joe, we had
An honest one.
That's true.
Well, we can tell you're not a politician.
Now, here's what happens, Joe. Anytime somebody says, "How's the podcast going?" I know they're not watching the fucking podcast.
There we go. Yeah.
But that's okay. Trust me. You can't rely on your Facebook friends, your real friend. Like this is.
Can't rely
us.
on your real friends.
Well, no, not to.
I mean,
not
they
to-
should just go and call it contacts.
No, but no.
They're not necessarily friends.
It has nothing to do with being a real friend or not. I would never expect any of my friends to want to sit through 3 hours of my podcast. I don't expect that. It's
You
awesome.
wouldn't wish that on your worst enemies.
It's awesome if they do, but it's not something when I started this that I said, you know what? I'm going to have
Force this down their throat like
4,000
religion.
Yeah, I'm going to have 4,000 of my Facebook friends watching me every week. Never, ever expected that or wanted that.
Maybe you should do that. Crack the whip on them bitches.
No, this is a slow grow. Honestly, it's a mental health thing just for me, and also because I'm not gonna have a memory in 2 years, and I want to be able to watch my shows and realize what I was doing in life at the time. But I want to be able to hey, this is a slow growing process. We've been getting 40 to 50 new subscribers every month, which
That's good, dude.
honestly isn't bad for a new show. I mean. Just in March, I think we were at 370 or something. Now we're just 30 something short of 500.
That's crazy.
So it's growing. Not from my Facebook friends, but
It's a grower, not a shower.
from people who are just actively interested in the show, who see the comedy, who see the interest, and they just want to subscribe. So I thank the people. I thank you very much for the subscribers. But I don't expect my neighbor, not Joe, but the other neighbors to let's check out Drew every week. That would honestly be a little scary.
Well, can we find someone local named Taylor Swift and bring him on? So he can
Well,
say next week, Taylor Swift.
Taylor Swift does live. Her dad does live in the area, so we may have visited her house, his house.
His house.
His
yes.
house. Yeah, he has a sticker.
Oh.
That's right.
He has.
Well,
a,
we gotta deploy Joe on the street there.
Well,
Yeah.
you have to get through security to get in.
I'm Taylor Swift's dad sticker. What?
no, Taylor Swift's dad has a Drinking with Drew sticker.
He left it on his front porch.
Yeah, something like that.
I thought you meant he had a sticker.
No.
Taylor Swift's dad.
Sticker, not stripper.
Let's see if we can find that one. Am I allowed to play that here? How does that work?
I mean, it's your YouTube video.
I know, but
Can you play YouTube within YouTube? Now that's a
that's
conundrum.
the question.
I think
Inception.
Yeah.
As
It's
long
a
as it's
dream
your
inside of
channel.
a dream inside of a dream.
Inside of a dream.
You just have to plant the seed of an idea.
Be careful. We might enter a vortex we can't escape.
Yeah.
No, it's before. It's after that.
How do you know this isn't a dream?
All right.
Is this one? No.
No. Go,
It sucks as a dream.
Right.
go back to the first page, Ybor.
Are we playing my shorts or what?
I mean, speaking of dreams, who has had a deja vu dream where?
All the time.
Oh yeah.
Me too.
Oh, aren't they freaky? It's like
Yeah.
They're
surreal. You
freaky.
step outside yourself and
Is
you're
that
like,
9,000?
Yeah.
5,000, 5,000. I got 2 good hits last week.
Yeah, it's not even.
23,097. So close to make
All right,
25,000.
we'll try to play
We're
this
getting
here.
there.
All right, here we go. Where's my sound?
There he is.
You have to click on it, I think.
Oh, hey.
You click the Taylor Swift.
I don't know. I'm not getting any audio.
Blow it to it again. Put the mouse up top. Oh,
Oh,
there's
there.
sound. There you go.
Oh.
I don't know
Dad's
why.
house.
There you
All right,
go.
here we go.
And he has a contractor. All right, this is Apollo Beach, Florida. We are hanging out in front of Taylor Swift's dad's house. And he has a contractor at the house right now. So maybe he'll come out and say hello.
Why does it say mental breakdown or racing?
Going to leave
the
his
next video.
sticker
Oh,
at the house. A Drinking with Drew show sticker. Let's see if he responds.
he could be watching the show tonight. I don't know if he does QR codes though.
He does. Come on.
So I'm literally in the car like hiding because I'm like, Taylor Swift people are gonna jump out of a bush, and we're gonna get a cease and desist letter. Like, we're about to have hellfire rain down on us from Taylor Swift's legal team. And I'm like, please, God.
I mean, that's
What makes you think it's house, though? What do you makes you think it's his?
Because he's a PI.
Because we know how to find that
Right.
stuff.
Okay.
All right, so this is Joe on his tractor.
Some whiskey.
I think it was
Oh,
rum.
man.
Yeah, there you go. Now we're going to get a flag from YouTube.
Well, someone was dumb enough to hand me a bottle of liquor while I was on the lawnmower. That's
true.
Someone's yelling at me, we gotta go. And so I rush and I go outside, and he's out there videotaping Joe on the lawnmower. I'm like, 15 minutes later, we're still videotaping Joe on a lawnmower.
And that got 5,000. And the other one the same day also got 5,000.
Yeah, they're like competing with each other.
This one got 23,000 hits.
23,000.
While drinking
let's just start.
is mowing your lawn while drinking a good idea? Well, let's see what Joe does while he's mowing the lawn after having a few shots. He seems to be doing okay. He's doing some circles. He's doing some donuts. He continues to do circles. I'm not sure what he's doing here. He's mowing the sidewalk, mowing the grass, comes back around.
He's mowing the sidewalk.
Got a little swerve pattern going on. Oh, looks like he's losing control. Wait. Oh, hold on. Whoa, what? Whoa. All right. That was close. Back it up. Pajama Joe.
You hashtagged God. That's probably why you got all the hits. I'm just now seeing that. Jesus. You hashtagged God.
It's all right. Why can't I do that?
That is the reason. You just need to hashtag God in everything.
Because on the first lawnmower video, he said doing the Lord's work.
Right.
And people were like, he's just cutting the grass. That's not the Lord's work.
Right.
But then he was like, well, since I'm injured, I can't do it myself. He's doing it for me. That's the Lord's
godly.
work.
Yeah.
So that's how he ended up putting God on there.
There's a reason for everything.
I got the reason for it. I'm just saying.
I'm just
that's
relating
the reason
it
you got so many hits.
For the rest of our viewers. The rest of our viewers may not be familiar with the backstory of Drinking with Drew and the grass cutting situation of Pajama Joe.
Exactly. But hey, you know what?
I almost had to cut again this weekend.
It's getting tall.
And
It's
my
growing
wife was
nonstop.
like, oh, no, you can wait till next week. And I'm like, now I look at it now, and it's super tall.
Right. Now
I don't want to cut every week, but you just almost have to sometimes.
Yeah.
Well, with all the rain that we've been getting, yeah, it's growing like crazy.
Yep.
I got some spots that they didn't recover from all that drought that we had.
know. I shaved
So
my
some
balls
spots in
today,
the
too.
middle That are just kind of like,
Now,
they're
I
not
was
going to fix.
talking about that on a
Crunchy
serious
and
note.
brown a week ago.
Do you guys shave your balls with like a razor, or do you like do clippers?
Depends on what I'm doing. If I feel like doing razor, it goes razor. If I want to guard, I go guard. If I want to go woolly mammoth, I go woolly mammoth.
Yeah, we're talking about the grass.
Oh, I thought we were talking about
Jason always has to get back to wieners somehow. So in this case, balls is close enough to wieners.
That was his segue. Next conversation was going to be wieners.
Yeah.
No, here's the thing. I'm going in for surgery, and I don't want to go bald because then it's going to grow out, and I'm going to be itching.
Yeah.
I don't want to have to bend over and scratch while I've got stitches in my stomach. So I'm thinking ahead when shaving the balls.
Use the
Thinking
trimmer.
ahead.
I mean, yeah, that's a hard decision, dude.
Use about a number 3 or number 2.
Well, you know, you don't want definitely don't want any of those 4-inchers down there.
Hey, kids, feel your
Grass
balls.
don't grow on the playground, right?
No.
So.
What?
My 6th grade teacher told some girls that. They're like, Mr.
Kinda
Farr, I think
creepy.
it was very creepy. I didn't get it at the time because I never got anything anyway. But the girl's like, why do you have any hair on your chest? He's like, well, grass don't grow on the playground, honey. I grew up in the deep south, so yeah. I didn't get it at that time, and then 5 years later,
that is
it was
creepy.
kind of weird. Yeah.
Then the first time Jason shaved his chest, he used it like within 5
Of
minutes.
course I did, yeah.
I had a Spanish teacher in high school, and his name was
Put a swing set up here.
his name was Mr. Cummins, and he would
Of course
always.
it was.
Of course
I
it
know. He always joked with the female students, and he's like, if I ever have a daughter, I'm going to name her Ima. Her name's going to be Ima Cummins. And I'm just like, oh. And he was like so gross looking and like, he looked like a little troll and he was like, maybe like a little leprechaun because he was like redheaded and he just, oh God, it was so weird. I was like,
that's as bad as calling your dog Stains. Come Stains. Come Stains.
Oh. I was thinking like what they leave on your carpet, like poo stains. Not then you, yeah, it was so much worse.
I don't know. So obviously every week we see these teachers that are being arrested for fucking students.
And it happens so often.
But I think we all had a crush on a teacher when we grew up, you know, and
well, because at that age you're going through all that hormone stage.
But
you'd have a crush on anything that was walking.
But
that
here's
had a
the
penis.
thing: were you trying to fuck the teacher?
Did Joe just say you would have a crush on anything that had?
I was trying to.
It was walking and had a penis. Joe, what were you?
I wanted to see if he would catch that too. I was trying to make a gay joke for you, but he didn't catch it.
No,
I
did. No, but you had a crush on a teacher, but you weren't trying to bang them, right? I mean, so how did it change to where, are students actually hitting on their teachers and the teachers are falling for it, or are the teachers like the ones that are initiating this activity?
Well,
sometimes
porn.
I think there's an
Porn.
easy way of doing this. Like, you should not be allowed to be a teacher unless you're at least like 35.
Well,
that's
not going to stop.
How
much,
is that
Joe.
going to help?
Because
we're just looking at the 71-year-old Miss Texas or whatever.
That's only going to stop, or it's not going to stop. That's only going to slow down because
the majority
women
of them
teacher who are
22
having
to
sex with
22
students.
to 30, and they're hitting it with the.
So those are like the
17-year-olds.
female teachers are the younger ones.
I have
the
the answer.
men that are all ages.
Homeschool?
No. The answer is
don't
if
have
you're
kids.
banging your teacher, don't tell everybody.
That's true.
People were doing it when I was in school. Nobody told anybody. Nobody got arrested. Nobody knew.
And don't do it when you're homeschooled.
Some people knew.
Oh.
But I mean, I do think pornography with that archetype of, you know, the Miss Robinson sort of scenario has emboldened people. Because I was just talking to one of the
teachers
ladies in my neighborhood who's, what'd she say, 54.
Is her name
and
Mrs.
she said,
Robinson?
No, but she goes to the gym and she
always
says
makes
the
me
ones
happy.
that are hitting on her the most are like 16,
crazy.
17-year-old boys, like aggressively coming on to her.
Wow, man.
And it's like, man, like where are these teenage boys getting that kind of moxie where they think they actually stand? And she's attractive. She's fit. She's got a really good rack, beautiful blonde,
Can we
very
boot her banger?
intelligent.
You got a photo?
Everybody
You got a photo?
everybody would be banging. she's a whole package.
Does she want to come on the show?
We could ask.
Oh, speaking of which.
And she is British. She's got a nice little accent.
That doesn't help.
So apparently Laura does not want to paint the paintee that I had available. Laura, can you say why?
I don't know her.
Okay, so here's the thing. Did she know the other one that had agreed to come on and get painted?
But the thing is, you kind of like sprung that on me, and I felt like I was kind of forced. But now I'm like, I don't really have to do it. So if I don't know
So
her,
now
like
it's
it's just
Doug can do it.
Now it's going to be
Can
Joe.
somebody else do it?
You guys want to paint Joe? Is that what you're saying?
I mean, we got to get somebody to paint the girl.
That's not what he said.
So who's painting? Casey, are you volunteering?
You must want to.
What am I painting?
Your body painting a chick that's wearing pasties and a thong.
With a brush, with my hands, with what?
You can
Maybe
use a brush,
finger-
but you have to
Like
hold the brush with your teeth.
applesauce with your tongue? Like
Finger-
what's
paint.
going on here?
You have to
We'll
hold
see.
the brush with your teeth.
We'll see. I mean, however it works out. I mean, do you have specifications that we have to put in here? I mean, you know.
It's in your contract, writer.
I mean,
All right, you guys got to think about this because we have the girl who's agreed to do it, and everything was cool, but then Laura put up the barricade, so now we have to refigure it. And
well. Also, hold on. So the first go around, this whole thing was kind of sprung on me, and I was like, felt like I was
When? Like last 2 years ago?
The first go round when you were trying to get this shit on the show, and then she backed out, and then I had no idea you were in the background still trying to line up another
Yes,
freaking. No, I didn't. There was like
we've
one
been-
other time you're like, oh, it happened,
we've been
and then
talking
it backed
about
out.
it for the last year and a half. Me and Garby have talked about it. Oh, have you got anybody else? No.
But it was said in jest, and I'm like,
No.
okay, it's not like. I didn't know. And so
You're the one that bought the paint. You literally.
No, I didn't. You bought it on Amazon. That pack came from you, not me.
Oh my god.
I didn't buy that.
Last time I bought something on Amazon.
Well, the original.
I did not buy
The
that.
original plan was to have a professional body painting artist come in and paint Laura and Kasey. That was my original plan.
So what I'm
that
hearing,
didn't work out.
What I'm hearing is Drew cheaped out.
No,
He's paying this woman.
He thought it would be more fun to have you guys paint her.
How about we just pay Kasey and I'll paint her?
Because Kasey doesn't want to get naked in front of Joe.
Well, why can't she just be in a bathing suit? Why does she have to be naked if she's going to be painted eventually?
That's true. I could be in a
If
little
we
bikini.
had a professional painter or a professional body painter come in, would you get painted?
I mean, the last time I was painted by a body painter, I was 23, 24.
So like
and
5, 6 years ago?
That was a bit longer than that, but yeah, that was an interesting night. That was like a fun party where I ended up just prancing around in just a skirt, and they painted me like a tiger. And I was expecting the dude was gonna like blend and hide my nipples, but he made them bright pink. So that was cool. I just ran with it. At that point, it was like, well, fuck it. You know, I've already committed to this shit, so let's do it. But now I have a little bit more self-respect and dignity. So.
Well, you had self-respect and dignity.
That means you have kids.
Right, exactly.
Well, we're still doing this, all right?
That was the original
So we need
plan.
to come up with a plan and figure it out. So
Jason's neck rolls can paint.
My neck rolls. Oh boy, I'll never hear the end of that now.
And it's not even Keller.
Blame
It's
Candy
not even
for that
Keller.
one.
Right.
Blame Candy for that one.
And Keller couldn't even
No,
see
it's
me.
Keller.
He couldn't
Oh,
even.
no. Well,
yeah.
Jason you kind of brought it on yourself by commenting that, Candy said that, and then Keller he ran with it.
Yeah, and now Joe just
Even
continues to run
days
with
when
it.
you're not here, Joe comes out.
That was great.
All right, y'all. We're 2 hours in. Yeah, we're 2 hours in.
Yeah, we
are.
are.
3 hours in?
No, we started at 7.
Oh, it's 2 hours and 3 minutes. Okay. All right, I think we're going to call it. I got to pee. Is anybody going to eat anymore? Y'all are welcome to hang out if you want.
In the
Have
AC.
some beers. We have AC. We're not doing
You were
the
not forced to be in the
green
garage.
room. I changed things up tonight. So you're welcome to hang out, chill if you want. Completely up to you.
Take a look at Jason's table again.
We can. Well, that's
Right?
in the garage.
I
We
know,
don't want
I
to
need
sweat.
to,
We don't want to sweat. We can bring the garage in. We can bring the table into the AC by the fish room, and hang out. So,
You got to bring it back to my garage until we can deliver it to you.
Yeah. Well, you don't have to. I think maybe it'll fit in my car. I don't know. We'll see. Probably not, huh?
I have no idea.
It'll fit.
Think
You have
so?
to lay the
Kinda
seats
make it
down.
fit.
And,
Yeah.
we'll get it there eventually.
My car fit an entire full-size bed frame. And
Really?
then it also fit the entire day bed, mattress included. My car can fit a lot of stuff. So your car is the same size as my car. It'll fit a lot.
I mean, you want to take it home
I
tonight?
mean, you may just have to drive like all the way up with your
No,
steering
I
wheel
need
on
to
your
clean out
chest,
the back
but-
of it. I've got some stuff in the back seat that I would probably need to clean out. So
Just put Doug
Next
on.
time
Put Doug on the roof.
Right. Just hang on, Doug.
We'll get it there eventually.
Yeah.
All right, y'all. It's the Drinking with Drew show. We'll see you next week. I am having surgery in 2 weeks, so next week will be our last show for probably a week or two. We'll figure that out. So, again, if you love our show and you want to send us a little bling bling, Cash App, Drinking with Drew. It's there. And, yeah. I haven't promoted it ever, but somebody who brought it up today, somebody said I should do it. I don't know.
Somebody did.
Yeah.
So we're going to do it.
I heard him.
Cash App, Drinking with Drew.
Make sure can you put a comment on what it's for or what people are donating
It's just
for?
for everything that you see in the studio.
No,
it's
wait,
for
no, wait,
maybe our
when
pizza.
somebody sends
like, I don't
money,
know.
can they comment what it's for?
Yeah, we'll give them a shout
Make
out.
sure you put Pajama Joe cutting the grass.
Exactly.
Cheers.
You got to lead with your best assets, you know?
Mm-hmm. All right, y'all. Appreciate you hanging out with us, and we'll see you next week.
Yeah. Because that's what we do.
All right, everybody. This has been another episode of the Drinking with Drew show. Stay tuned for more uploads, more shows. Follow us on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, Humble Social, all the socials. Our live shows are Tuesday at 6:30 Eastern Standard Time. Feel free to check us out live. You can call into the show and be a part of it. See you soon.